Hi, everybody. Welcome to Joe's Computer Museum. I'm Joe Stroh-Snyder of Joe's Computer Museum. Welcome to craziness. Have some cool guests with me today to hang out with me while I do mind-numbing but super awesome work. We've got Adam McGee. We've got Frederick of The Micro Hobbyist. And we have Dave of Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Of those of you who are my super duper friends or my patrons have the link to this stream. So if you're in a place and want to join in the background, excuse me, my Diet Pepsi was returning to visit. You can drop in, or if you're in the chat, you're in the chat. So quick run through the chat. We've got Garth, Gut Bomb, Big Bad Biologist, Big Bad Bench, Boisterous, Bouncing. I don't know. I ran out of B words. We got Justin, Jeremy, Trina, Chris Angelis, Eric Rangel, Mac84 says Joe. Hi, Steve. Madman Dark Jedi was here like way super early and saying hello. And we have 11 total people watching. So thank you all awesome people for stopping by. Stupid little what's the word, housekeeping things to take care of before we start our show here. One, can everybody be like for Tinkerbell and give me all of your love and support to help me learn how to speak publicly and not mess up my words and lose my conversation as I'm talking, as I tend to do frequently. That's a joke. Anyway, so, but no, seriously, if you like my stream, if you like my channel, whatever, make sure you hit the like button down below. And if you're not subscribed and you're catching one of my streams for the first time, subscribe. I do streams every once a month, once every 2 months or so. Not been doing a lot of video production lately because I've been wrist deep in helping other people with a lot of super duper cool projects. Blue SCSI and keyboards for MacEffects and mouse cards and reverse engineering an Apple IIe card that goes into an IBM PC to make the IBM PC an Apple II. Secrets. So yeah, that's what's going on. So today I got a lot of stuff that I want to get done, but the primary thing is I have a backlog of keyboards from MacEffects here. We'll see if we can go to the bench cam. And so these are the keyboards that I helped. Hey, speaking of MacEffects, yep, we get a woot on the screen. Woot! Thank you, MacEffects, for the 1999 super sticker. That's crazy. That is super awesome. But I helped design this keyboard. And by design, I mean I really did a lot of the layout and how can we put it? Physical operational confirmation. I built one and made sure it worked. But Plum and Voiceloff of A2 Heaven did all of the programming work. Javier Rivera did all of the graphic design for the boxes, for the keycaps, and all of that stuff. And of course, we have Mark Juzadix from MacEffects doing all of the awesome backing to make the thing happen. So super cool project. But there are two problems with these keyboards. Number one, and this is my problem. You see, there's a key in the lower left corner of this keyboard called the tilde key. And somebody, when he was designing this keyboard, and I should say when he was simplifying the design to make it easier to manufacture, he forgot to route a trace to that key. So people who got shipped their keyboards, their tilde keys don't work. So I've got a box of these back here that I need to bodge up and make the tilde key. But also, the manufacturer of these keyboards, the actual, I don't know what you want to call it, the factory in whatever part of the world that they were made. I don't know, drowned all the key switches in hydrochloric acid, or I don't know. They were smoking while I don't know what happened. But a lot of the key switches themselves are wonky. They're just weird. They're weird, and it happened. And so folks are getting their keyboards, and they're So we're going through lots of batches of these keyboards, and we're slamming the crap out of the keys, and that's what fixes them. It's the weirdest thing. You usually don't have to use deoxit. You just to fix the keys. So that's all I'm really doing today. I got a couple other cool things that might show up today. I got a couple new monitors here for my screen that I might be able to show, and then I also got a what's it called? A text Spectrum graphics generator for cable television systems, which I'll talk about at some point. But I'm not going to really get into that too much right now because I have keyboards to fix. Now, all my friends can chat amongst themselves while I fix keyboards. Rose, how you doing today?
Good. You hear me?
I can hear you, but
with a slight echo.
There you
Yes.
go.
There you go. Better.
Adam, your rummaging is extremely loud.
I'm sorry.
People are complaining.
I'll stop now.
I could just mute you.
No, I'm actually done finding the board I was looking for. So
we're gonna go to this mode here, and we're gonna do the thing. So let's get out keyboard and see what's wrong.
Hey, I have one of those.
I have boxes and boxes of these things. Cool. Look at this.
hey, is it a good idea to leave this battery on here?
Is it okay to what?
Leave this nice Varda battery on this?
No,
Oh.
God, no. Remove it now or forever be angry Joe. Angry Joe.
Yeah, I'll clip it off before I try it.
The space bar fell out of this unit. There's no space bar. It fell out of this unit. It fell out.
Bummer.
So those you can buy new today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You absolutely can.
Yes.
You can get a discount if you want a broken one. Yeah.
You can get them in clear. This.
And this is
Nice.
really all there is to it.
Lights up in colors. It's fancy.
Yeah. So we go from here to here. That's it. And those 2 points, we just solder a wire there, solder a wire there, and tape it down. That's all there is to it. So step one, though, what I do is I tin the tip of the stuff-a-doodle, the wire, so that it actually joined to the thing properly. You just kind of do that.
What, number 28?
There you go. And that goes right here. And then we run this wire over. Mark, this box of keyboards you sent to me, he's in the chat there. Are these programmed? Or do I need to program them? Let's do this like that. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Made in West Germany.
Yeah, baby. All the best stuff's made in West Germany.
0.01 volts.
Bad stuff. It deaded. It goes bad. There we go. That goes there.
MacEffects says there may be strange issues with the programming on some of them, but not all.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Make sure I understand what we're dealing with,
I like strange issues.
so I don't chase my tail.
Programming of the keyboard?
Yep,
But it looks like a matrix keyboard.
it is.
It does more than that.
Yes, these keyboards are fancy. I'll show you in a moment. I'll show you what I mean by fancy. Yep, cool. It goes right there like that. A little bit of Captain tape, where I didn't get my Kapton tape out earlier. That's okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you're going to secure that wire down.
Yeah, just a little bit of tape. That's all. That's all it is. Just what I like to do is do it like this. Around the G.
Where's my screwdriver?
That's it. That's not really all there is to it. That fixes the keyboard.
Cool.
So,
Awesome.
Frederick hasn't seen one of these keyboards yet, has he?
Nope.
Oh, you're in for a treat, my friend. You are in for a treat. So, let's remove this keyboard. This is keyboard This one right here is keyboard number 0. This is the first fully functional keyboard.
Wow.
And it's mine.
Whoa.
Who is this? Hi, Gut Bomb. How you doing? Yep.
Hey, good mom.
You can even see it has my
Hey.
original keycaps because it's got these holographic stickers on it.
Ow.
The original. Yep.
The holographic stickers are to protect against copyright infringement, right?
Yes, exactly. Something.
So you
So,
have
oops.
a program for your jazzy sounds on your keyboard for your 2C?
Sure. Put that there. This one goes in here like this.
These keyboards make me want a 2C.
Yes, they're awesome.
I
So-
think that was the purpose of it, Gut Bomb. Yeah.
I just did the Kickstarter for the new cases and the black keyboard of this.
Oh, cool.
This
Yeah,
one.
go ahead. Sorry, Joe.
This one is broken. Yes. This one has a bad microcontroller on it,
Oh.
or it's not programmed. So we can try programming it, which I have to remember the process I used to do that because it's not exactly straightforward.
Is that your keyboard 0?
No. I'm going to actually plug in keyboard 0 real quick so everybody can see what it's supposed to do.
What microcontroller are they using? Do you know?
It's using an AT Tiny 4313.
The reason I thought that might be an early one is because mine has a rainbow ribbon cable.
Well, I'm just using my cable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not using the cable that comes with it. Yep, so that one works. So I have to turn off lights so you can see. A lot of lights so you can see. You see the keyboard?
Yeah.
You see how it lights up?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do something really cool here.
Oh. Nifty.
Neat.
It's
Nifty.
really cool. Yeah, these are awesome.
I think it looks even better on the clear one.
Yeah, the clear ones are fancy.
But so it's just random lights according to keystrokes, or you can actually program it to
Yes,
do certain
you
things?
can. With using the software that comes with the keyboard, you can program it into any color that you want. There's some 30 LEDs underneath here, and each of them are technically individually addressable. The software that comes with it, you can basically program the entire keyboard as one color, but it might be in the instructions. If you know the specific correct incantations, and it doesn't show it on the screen in the programming software, but if you know the right incantation, you can program every LED with an individual color if you like. So you can make it any color pattern underneath it that you want. The keys do not respond, or the lights do not respond to the key presses, with the exception of the two lights up here for the 8040 and the keyboard.
Mhm.
And there's a light under here for caps lock. These three here respond to whether you've pressed it or not, because they're soft switches now. We changed it to a soft switch because you can't get locking keycaps anymore.
Right.
This light up here, that's the power light. This light right here is the disk light, and it responds to the status of what the disk drive is doing. That's why we have to have this long cable. Well, that, and also so we can program it. But this long cable here that comes with the keyboard actually connects to the floppy connector. And you program the keyboard through the floppy interface. It's fancy. Plowman did it. He is a genius. I don't know how he did it. I just let him. I'm just like, here's the board. You tell me how make go. And he helped me, and he did the magic there. But yeah, this light here, you can program this light to be any color based on whether the disk is idle, whether it's writing, or whether it's reading. And that is an extension of his Disk 2 LED project. And that kind of dictated how all this worked. We brought in his project code, and then he modified the code. He augmented it to do the keyboard backlight. The keyboard backlight also, you can turn the backlights on and off entirely. You can give them different brightness levels, and it has 7 different predefined colors. So you can pick one of 7 colors off the bat, or as I said, you can use the software to say you want it like a nice bright teal, because teal is a pretty color. Apparently, everybody likes it. You can program it to just be that. The keyboard is intelligent as well. The microcontroller will remember its last state. So if you always have cap lock on, you turn cap lock on, you turn the machine off and back on, even though this is a soft switch, the microcontroller will remember it and turn that soft switch back on. It will remember the last keys you set, all of that. So it's really cool. Yep.
Because it has an EEPROM on it, so.
Yep. It's just built into the little chip is like buried. It's buried up here under the metal frame.
Okay.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. That's all it is. Did anyone test it with the ROM XC, the ROM CX? It should work just fine with that, Eric. I don't see how it would affect it at all. I don't see how that would make any difference on anything. The keyboard's the keyboard. It doesn't. The ROM XC doesn't really. As long as the ROM XC doesn't do anything with the floppy controller cable, it should work just fine.
It should work fine. The ROM XC only does the other ROMs that you'd be able to get anyway.
These here, yeah.
Those things don't interface with each other.
But yeah, so this is my original. I'm going to put this to the side. We need to note what the problem is with this one. Any of them that come up with a bad microcontroller, I'm going to reserve and come back to, because when they have bad microcontrollers, what you have to do is strip the entire thing down. You have to remove all the keycaps. Then you have to remove all of the keys, because the way this is built, it's sandwiched together, and the keys hold the metal stiffener frame in place. The key switches do. And the microcontroller, because it was the only place to really get it, is up underneath here on the other side, and I can't get to it.
Talk about right to repair.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
But it lives literally like right here under that. In theory, I could like very carefully cut that out to get to it, but then I wouldn't be able to like get tweezers in there to deal with it and whatnot. And yeah. So for all we know, the microcontroller's in there backwards, or who knows what's actually wrong with it. I don't know. So I'm going to try reprogramming this. Maybe it's just blank. I don't know. If it's blank, it won't do the thing. So I have to get my tools to do that. Stand by. That's this thing.
That was my next question. You can reprogram it without dismantling it.
Yes.
Okay.
So programming the flash firmware requires one of these little doodles.
JTAG connection.
Yeah. Requires an Atmel AVR and a specialized cable that I made for the purpose of programming it, because we expose the programming pins right here. So we plug into that and do the thing. I just have to remember which side it goes on. Stand by.
Mark
Pin
said,
one
I
is the wrong
think.
side. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Go
Marcus
ahead,
is
what?
saying Marcus is saying, I think most of the issues were not connecting or bad connections with the keyboard.
Yeah. Stand by.
This Mac SE had a bad floppy drive, and the previous person's solution to it was to put a big piece of tape over it.
That works with the switches with bad switch ports, right? I mean,
Yes.
why wouldn't it work with the Apple?
Why is this beeping instead of working? It's weird.
It doesn't like you.
The
I don't
ADB
like
on
you
here.
either.
The ADB on here does not want to cooperate.
5 volts. Boop. Cool. So basically, you have to do this. You have to give it external power like this through the adapter, and you can see it's lit. And then it plugs into this doodle, which then plugs into the computer. And then I use the software to see if I can flash it. Boop, boop, boop. Setting up a device. I need to go to the Atmel software. It's going to be ATMEL Microchip Studio. Cool. Once this loads, I can show you this screen. I think most of the issues were not connecting or bad connection with the keyboard. Yeah.
Any idea why typing on an ADB keyboard would make it not do the thing, but make a weird beeping noise instead?
Virus. Project.
ADB works though because the mouse works through the keyboard.
Device programming. Go to the right screen here. AT Tiny. Sure, it's that melt ice. Yep, and we do apply the ISP. We hit read device signature. Cannot read device signature. Read voltage. The voltage it gives, but it doesn't get a device. I got a device signature at that time. Cool.
Any key press makes it beep, even just pushing command.
Well, that sounds dumb.
So, Joe, it's software like this that may hinder you in your quest to switch to Mac.
Yes,
There's a
I know.
lot of this kind of thing that
It's just
isn't
Windows
available, and it won't work in wineskin because it needs the real
Yep.
USB access.
And so then you can try to use VirtualBox or VMware or one of those emulators, but they don't have proper USB pass through, so it can't see the device. Yeah.
Or like
I
for
know.
the original Blue SCSI, when I was trying to program back in early days, I actually got the STM stuff like this thing to work on a Mac. But there were so many hoops I had to jump through to make it work. It was just like, why don't I just install it on the Windows PC and just hit go?
Yep.
I need my instructions to tell me how to program it because it's not straightforward.
I'll be right back. I just got some interesting mail.
Ooh, we like this. Cool. So we do tools, tool. Yep, got all that. We got memories at the left. We do this. Hey, look, it's already in there. And we do program. Programming Flash. Program EEPROM. Great. Awesome. So I'm going to reset this. And it still doesn't function. Okay, that's nice. Oh, nope. I got it working.
Oh, you did? Okay, great.
Yeah. So if
Awesome.
we go to the bench, I can't see what I'm seeing here. Stand by. Boop. Why? What happened to Benchcam? Why did it just suddenly die?
Uh-oh.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Fine,
there you
I
go.
can't. So you can see the light. Can you see lights turning on and off now?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cool.
So that's working.
Sweet.
Right? Those work. And so one of these changes. Yep. There we go. You can see.
Oh, yeah.
Turn the lights off.
Yeah.
So if I hold down Control in this, while I turn it on, it should go into color mode. Yep, there it's in color mode.
Oh, nice.
I actually got 2 packages today. The first one is
Wow.
less exciting. It's the government tests.
Oh,
that they
yeah.
sent out.
Sweet.
I got mine a couple days ago. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and I do not know why my bench cam decided to randomly stop working. Why?
Have you tried turning it off and then back on again?
And Gut Bomb, look on the back of the expiration on those to see if they're expired. If it is, then you have to go to their website to make sure it's still good, which it most likely is.
Here's the interesting one. It is a
Micron.
Pentium 200 MMX with a cool Micron heatsink.
Oh, that's neat. That's cool. Nifty.
Sweet.
We're using this one then. Okay. This
I
is why I
just
have
found another
multiple cameras,
SSD.
just in case. So now we got to plug this in and see if it works.
Oh, look at that. Pretty gold contacts. Nice.
Yeah, and they're all straight.
Nice. There's a lot of them on there.
I gotta wrap this in some foam so it doesn't become not straight.
I got a package. I got more tasty solder wick.
Lights lighting up.
12mm buttons with LEDs integrated. Got the footprint slightly wrong for my PCB. Had to modify a few things, but it's nifty.
Oops, I have to use the right key.
Neat. Cool.
Use the left key.
Where are my video inputs?
I don't
What
know.
the heck is going on? Did I like lose half my USB bus when I plugged this stupid thing in? I bet you I did.
It's the NSA.
It's a
Yeah.
virus.
There it
darn
is. Yeah, I had to
viruses.
unplug the programmer. Apparently, plugging this programmer in there jacks up my USB bus.
Oh.
I hate when that happens.
So we can get a key color.bin. We can go to change configuration. We remove the disk from the drive. We hit OK. And
So
as I
Dave-
move down through these, it should
Yes.
change the color of this light here.
I know they say
Does?
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but give us some deets. What happened in Vegas?
Well, let's see. Well, we went. The thing we went to was the Vision West. That's the biggest. We go every 5 years, but they have it every 6 months. They have it on the East Coast, and every 6 months they have it on the West Coast. And the West Coast one is the biggest. It's huge, and you can't possibly, even if you attend all 4 days, you could not possibly see everything there is to see. It's just unbelievable how massive this place is. But we saw a lot of cool technology there for like pre-testing things that go in laboratories when you're doing lens production, fabricating prescription lenses. So it's pretty cool. Got to play with it a little bit, some of the stuff.
Hey, I think this will work.
It's not floppy enough.
No.
So yeah, and then
How about this Apple III disc? That work?
maybe.
Oh, look, I could run the Apple III, Apple II emulation disc. Oh, wait, I don't need it.
Cool.
That's the L key. Yep, the L key is busted.
But anyway,
Didn't
yeah,
Sean
we had
make a video where he was running soft Windows, or where he had a Windows PC and he was running a Mac emulator, and then he ran soft Windows in the Mac emulator?
Yeah, something like that. Some crazy stuff. It seems like the kind of shenanigans he would do.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Dave.
No, it's all good. So anyway, yeah, it was very informative. Learned a lot. The doctors took us out first night out to Carmine's Restaurants. The other one is in New York, where we ate at that one 5 years ago. And there's only two, that one there in New York and then the one in Vegas. And if you like Italian food, wow, it's awesome. And then the next night we ate at it was in Caesar's Palace. It's a buffet. Most people have to have a reservation for a year to
Wow.
get into the buffet. They had it for like 6 months. And it was either 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So we took the 3 o'clock one when they got the reservation. And had a great dinner. And anything you wanted to eat, they had seafood,
Good quality stuff.
Asian food, Thai food, your traditional steaks, any kind of soup. I mean, they had like about 20 different varieties of international dishes, of anything you want to eat. And then, of course, the dessert, crazy dessert. And then, so that was good. So I ate really good. And
So, Joe, what was that
Javier's
about?
hammer, Joe.
You making a lot of noise earlier?
What? My stream, I'm allowed to make noise.
This says for Apple IIe only. I'm going to try it anyway.
the weather, actually, yes, I did. I had hot fudge sundae one of the days.
Why are you beating
And
my
the weather
poor
outside
keyboard?
was nice.
Because it fixes it.
You go see any shows?
I did not. A couple other people did. The weather, it was warm. It was probably about 90, 95 in the day, but we were inside all the time. except when we went outside in the evening. And boy, what a circus it was to go outside, let me tell you. That's where they got the term, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. There you go. But yeah, we had, God, we walked like, I think the first day we walked like 14 miles. You know, some guy keeps track of his steps.
I
said,
would walk 14
no wonder my legs were
miles
tired, you know. And then Sunday was kind of our day to play. So I told the girls, I go, you know, I'd really like to go see the world famous gold and silver pawn shop. It was only like 3.5 miles from us, so I got an Uber and took us down there because you couldn't walk down there. It was too much of a seedy area.
Mhm.
And so anyway, we got down there and we went inside, and it's a little bit smaller than the way it looks on TV. It looks a lot more bigger on TV, but it's long, but it's kind of narrow.
That's everything on TV. I went to like
Did you
when
know
I
that
lived
what's
in
on
LA.
TV is a set though? So
Yeah, when I lived in LA, did. I was a computer guy, but I was just starting out, so I wasn't making very much money. So I did extra work on the side, and a lot of extras will go to be the audience in TV shows. So I did audience for like Judge Judy and Judge Joe
Okay.
Brown, and I was Roseanne had a talk show back then, and I did that. I got like $35 each time I went to do that.
What? That wasn't real?
All of them are short. Every person in Hollywood is a short person, and all the sets are made to be small for short people.
Yeah.
And then the cameras do the job of making everything look normal sized again.
Yeah.
And that's probably something similar with that shop. They're doing like lens trickery to make things look bigger.
Yeah. But it was really interesting to talk to the people there. Of course, the main people that you see weren't there, but
Yeah.
I saw a couple of them that you see in the background on some of the shows.
This
so
one is certified fixed.
So if you guys want to know when you're seeing the store or you're seeing the set, the door to the street, if it says exit over the top of it, like a red exit sign, that's the store. If it's missing, that's the set. They basically remember when several years ago they redid their front counter.
Yeah.
They said, oh, we need new counters. The reason they did that is because they couldn't replicate that horrible, like disgusting counter in a set. So they gave them a new counter so that they could then replicate that on the set. So at that season when they got the new front counter is when they built the set. So all of that stuff where some guy comes in and he's like, hey, look at this. Well, let me get the expert, you know, all that stuff.
Mhm.
That's none of that's shot in a store anymore. It's all in a soundstage.
Yeah,
I've never watched a full episode of that show. I've only ever seen clips.
I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah. But the guy the guy that I talked to, he goes, they do film there, but most of it is filmed elsewhere. And then right across the street is Chumley's candy store. So I said, well, okay, well, and they said, oh, I think he's going to be there today too, one of the guys. So I said, okay. So we went over there, and there was about maybe 30 people in line over there, and it said he'll be there at 12. So a couple of our friends, there was a taco truck, so they're hungry, so they were eating the taco truck out there waiting. And so anyway, we're waiting, and then about 5 after 12, we saw him getting out of the car, him and a couple other people. I guess they run the shop. So he walked, and he opened, he goes, it'll be just a few minutes. And so anyway, so he was just taking however many people were in a group he'd take in. So they didn't have that many people. They were trying to limit the traffic in there, which is totally understandable because it's a really small shop, right? And so anyway, so it was our turn.
$1 million to go.
Oh, awesome.
Yay.
Oh, no. All right, cool.
Yep.
Hey, Joe, I have more information about that Apple II. The board inside, he sent a picture. It's a clone.
It's a what?
The Apple II board inside the machine, which is a genuine shell, it's a clone.
Well, that is weird.
So somebody just built this out of whatever they could find. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, Dave. I just got the picture.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all
hilarious.
Good. So anyway, when it's our turn to go in, we're going in, And one of the people behind me says, "Oh, I'm not going to go in." So that's why I said, "You hear me saying, how many people?" And I said, "There's 5." And they go, "Oh no, there's 4," because John wasn't going to go in. I said, oh, "Okay." And then Chumley goes, "Well, it's a good thing you got these girls here to tell you how many people's coming in." But anyway, so we get in there and we're looking at candy. I got quite a few things there, and they did too. And so you could either get an autographed picture or you can take your picture with him. So that's what we did. But he told us at the beginning that I can't shake anybody's hand. He goes, because yesterday we were filming an episode right across the street, and he said we had one guy come in, and he wanted to see how hard he could shake my hand. And he dislocated my shoulder. Yeah. So yeah, because he was kind of like walking like and you could tell it was hurting him a little bit. But anyway, he trooped on, and so we got our pictures taken with him.
Cool.
The way you see him there is the way he is on the show.
It's working now.
He plays himself, so it was pretty cool.
Working.
But
That's
so we had fun.
Joe, is that apparatus 3D printed, or
what apparatus?
that thing that you're manipulating right now?
This?
Yes.
No, this is metal.
I've never seen one of those.
I mean, you can 3D print one.
Yeah, it's just a
It's
wire
just a
or
dual spool
whatever
holder. For solder.
Yeah, see,
I
I
just
got
have
one.
wire on the top and says
Mine only has one roll because
like
I'm not
that.
fancy like Joe.
nobody's fancy like me. I'm a very special, particular kind of thing.
Yeah. Joe, do you remember
So
off
then-
the top of your head what's the key command to change the color on the keyboard?
No, but I can tell you because I have the instruction. Joe, take a look at the space bars too, please. A lot of people said they have the issues with those. Yes, I fixed that on the last one. What's happening is this little thing right here sometimes doesn't clip all the way in, is what's happening. And if that's not clipped all the way in, it's at a kind of a cocked angle, and so the pin binds in it.
Garth
So
was
yeah,
like that.
instructions. You want to change the color,
Yeah,
like
I
to
just
just
wanna-
change to one of the presets.
Yeah, what I can't remember which. Is it like,
Control
Cap-
caps lock.
oh, caps lock. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I want green.
That goes there. This goes in here. Like that. We route
I
this.
just need a
over
clear
to-
case to go with my clear keyboard.
Hey, I wonder what's going to happen with those.
So anyway, we
Oh.
got to go to the M&M store, the Hershey store, which is kind of cool. Or like 3 levels.
Did he tell you about his mom's spaghetti? Oh, different kind of
No.
M&M. Sorry.
Oh,
Ah.
no.
Oh,
Uh,
there's a museum. There's a Coca-Cola museum there. Have you ever been
Yeah.
to that?
Yeah,
Did you try the weird Italian tonic soda called Beverly?
I didn't. We were kind of like on a time schedule. I was just trying to scope everything out, but I didn't make any custom drinks there. I wish I had a.
They have one. It's there specifically because like most people think it's disgusting, so they have it there for you to try it. And it's kind of like tonic water, but like more bitter, if you can believe that there's something more bitter than tonic water.
That's
There we go.
that's pretty
That's all
bland.
done.
I tried it when I was there, and it was one of the worst one of the worst tasting non-alcoholic drinks I've ever had.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
No, didn't get to partake in that.
So we're going to program this.
Like I say, we were trying to go to different places
We're going to
because
check
we
this
had to get to the airport to a certain time. So when we took the Uber back, and then we all ate at White Castle because I'm from the Midwest. I hadn't had a chance. Oh boy, we're good. I had one of their fish sandwiches there too, which was pretty good too.
White,
They have-
you
They have
went to
fish
White
sandwiches at
Castle.
White Castle.
You went
Yeah.
to White Castle. You went to Las Vegas and ate at White Castle.
They
If
don't
you're
have
gonna
White
Vegas
Castle in
and get
Northern
it- if you're
California.
gonna get a
that's
burger
that
in
is
Vegas?
that's
No, you
the
gotta go
only
to-
one they have on the West Coast. That's it.
Yeah, well, when I go out there, I go to In-N-Out Burger because I don't have that here.
Oh, so yeah, we have tons of In-N-Out Burger here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're lucky.
And that time it didn't break my. Okay, weird. All right.
And but the worst part of the trip was waiting to leave at the airport, because we got there like an hour and a half before we had to check in, and we're waiting and we see this storm moving in, and it's still light. Then it gets dark and you see all this big lightning show. Well, then they do a code red at the airport, which means they're not letting anybody get off the plane. They're not letting anybody get on the plane. So about 40 minutes later, we get to go on the plane because the storm's subsiding, because they're trying to get everybody in the air before the next one moves in. We sat in the plane for 2 hours on a runway. It's only an hour flight, and but yeah, it was crazy. There was we were number 18 to take off planes, and I looked behind us because I had a window seat, and there's probably 18 planes behind us. So
Wow.
it was crazy, but got home and didn't get to bed till about 1:30 that morning.
Look, Joe, I made a keyboard too. It's on the screen.
Your voice, your voice sounds ragged, Dave. You doing okay? You got a little con crud?
I got a little cold. Yeah, one of the gals was sick. It's not COVID. I already tested myself. She had really bad respiratory, real bad cold, and I got it. I feel fine. Just it's raspy. But yeah.
Why?
Cough a little bit and sneeze a little bit. You know, just your typical cold. I haven't had one of those for about 3 years. So.
Read. Nice. Having problems reading the app now from this. So
Do you wear a mask at work, Dave?
Yeah.
I wore a mask for like 3 years. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we started not wearing a mask about I guess about 6 months ago.
all right. Well,
And
this one's
this is
dead.
the first time I've gotten
Apple
cold
too.
since then. Oh, nice. Nice badge.
Yes. Well, you
That
can't.
original?
Like I can't have both of these things plugged in at the same time. This is the dumbest thing. Like plugging in the AtML kills my camera because they somehow use the same like programming ID. I don't know.
That's
Do you have more than one
Sounds like an
USB
IRQ
bus?
conflict.
I have lots of weird things going
I
on.
added a USB card just because I had issues also, so at least you get a different type, different host.
Yeah,
Do you have more than one bus on that machine though, Joe?
I don't know. Like you're asking me if a high-end tech guy, knows the specific specifications of my computer.
Yeah.
I technically speaking have 3. And I moved from one to a different one, and that didn't fix my problem. So
So it's just a software thing then.
it's just grumpy. But it
Joe,
can't talk to this. So yeah, what?
Oh,
Steve said he sent you a fun picture on Discord.
Yeah, I saw his
Oh,
comment.
did you? Okay.
Is it a picture of me doing something stupid? Let's find out. Don't switch. It may also be just Discord being dumb. Ooh. I'm not going to share that unless Steve wants me to, but that's delicious. Oh my God. It's all I can say is soup. It's soup. It's delicious soup.
Why
What's
it's
that?
not PG?
Oh no, it's PG. It's fine. It's just soup. It is.
He says if you feel
It's
free.
angry pixie soup. So here,
soup.
that
Ooh,
what
Ah.
the top of his water heater looks like.
Oh no!
Look at those wonderful electrical wires, like next
That's
Yes.
to
240 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Steve, if
Don't
you're
put your tongue
watching,
in it.
please
It's like
buy a
worse-
gas water heater, either a tank or a tankless, because electrical water heaters are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
why
good
my water
reason
heater
for your
is
weekend to be
next
bad.
to my drain in the basement.
Who's
What am I
listening to
hearing?
something else in the background?
sorry, Formula One's on. I'll turn it down.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been to Europe and had, especially like England, and had a shower where the water is heated in a box inside the shower?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, when I
I-
lived in England, it was like that.
Don't
It's
touch it.
insane. Also, their bathtubs are like a foot higher than the ground. Like, what are you doing? Every time I
It
get
was a
out of
little
the shower, I would fall.
Yep, I cannot read the signature of this device. So this one has a bad microcontroller.
Steve, it's not that hard to add a gas appliance because I changed the
What?
stove from electric to gas, and all I had to do was run a pipe, like a T fitting, and then a pipe like across the basement ceiling, and then up through a hole. It's like an hour. It took the guy an hour to put it in.
So this one gets marked as
So
bad.
I had a girlfriend who was from England, and she was going to college there, and I was working in the U.S., so we were separated a lot. And then I flew over to England to meet her parents, and as soon as we got to her house after the airport, I had to go to the bathroom. And they have a kind of old house, and they have a toilet in their house that you have to pull a chain that's like above it to flush it. And so we went to the grocery store, and I needed to go to the bathroom when I was at the grocery store, and I could not find the flusher for the toilet. I was like, but there was this string hanging from the ceiling, and I was like, are all toilets here? Pull. So I pulled it, and an alarm goes off, and it was like the emergency alarm in the bathroom that you're supposed to pull if you need medical help.
Oh, jeez.
And so I
fell
was like,
on the toilet.
I need to turn this off. So I'm going to pull it again. And then it just started going faster when I pulled it the second time. And this security guard ran into the bathroom, and she asked if I was okay. And I was like, yes, I'm just a dumb American and I can't figure out how to flush the toilet. And she like sort of like moved me aside and pointed at a button on the wall that was right behind the toilet.
You don't know how to use the 3 seashells?
I did not know how to use the 3 seashells.
My favorite thing though is that they have that 240 volt heater in a box inside your shower, but then they're afraid to put light switches or outlets in the bathroom at all. Like, oh, that's dangerous. So the light switch is outside the room, and then if they have a plug, it's 110 volts just for shavers only.
Yeah.
All the shavers are sold as 110 volt. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It is a little backwards.
It could have been worse, Gut Bomb. When you pulled that, it could have been a bidet.
Oh, the reset key.
We had one at the house, and those are kind of cool when you're expecting them.
When I went to China, the public bathrooms, they're just a hole in the ground. Like a crane. It's not a just a hole, but it's like a porcelain still. You had to literally just squat to do your business. At first, I couldn't do it. It was unnatural. But after a while, I had to go, and I went. But oof.
Yeah, I was always thought it was hilarious when I would go to some place in the Pacific, like Guam or Hawaii. In the bathroom, it would have things like "Don't throw this in the toilet" or whatever. But they always have a drawing of somebody squatting on top of the seat, and I was like, "What? Who does that?" And it turns out people who are from China who just have a hole, who are used to squatting, will actually try to use a regular toilet that way and wreck the whole thing up for everybody. It's like, no, sit on it. And they're like, no. I'm gonna put my feet on the seat. Like,
see that seems just as unnatural to them though, having to sit there. Their bodies are just trained differently.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Squatty
those
potty.
bathrooms with the hole, they smell really bad because there's no lid, there's no water in between. It's just a hole.
Yeah. That's gross.
Well, there was. They were flushable, by the way, when I went there. So. But people,
for those of you who are from Europe, have you heard of? I believe it's the Danish shelf toilet.
Yeah, Germany.
Or is it Germany?
Yeah,
it's a flush toilet, but it doesn't have water.
Yeah,
like
there's water in the bottom part.
Yeah,
but
everything just kind of like gets contained on this little shelf, and when you flush it, the water pressure might be enough to push it off the shelf and into the trap.
So I'd never seen one before I used it. And so I asked the people who were hosting me in their house, I was like, what's the deal with the toilet? Why is it like that?
Yeah.
And they said, well, there's 2 reasons. One, it's so you can examine your leavings.
Why?
Germans are freaks like that.
And for 2, so it doesn't like splash back.
Sure. My other favorite thing is in Mexico where they have a regular toilet, but most places you go have a bucket or a wastebasket next to the toilet where you're supposed to put all your toilet paper.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to flush the paper. So that makes the room smell really good too.
Oh yeah, yuck. Yeah.
I
And,
am going to take a short break.
Okay.
You guys can chat amongst yourselves. Because I just need to. All this talking about the facilities makes me. So I will be right.
It's kind of a crappy conversation.
And Steve, an important tip when messing with your gas line, make sure you turn the gas off first before you start unscrewing things. Otherwise, it might go boom. So, Garth,
Steve, are you doing the work yourself, or is a contractor doing it? If you're still here.
Yeah. Garth, do you know why a ADB keyboard would just make bleep, bleep, bleep noises instead of actually working? And it's not the keyboard because I changed it to a different keyboard.
Because you keep pressing the any key.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Let me try.
Does it actually happen with any key, like even the arrow keys and like?
Yeah, like the command key by itself is doing it.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a different image, but I don't know why I would need to. This is just a stock Mac SE.
That is weird.
I don't remember which one of these has what on it.
Does it with every keyboard. Sounds like your problem, laughing out loud, Garth.
Thanks. It could be this motherboard, I don't know. But the mouse works. So that just makes it even more weird. Did someone win the computer on Big Bad Biologist?
Frank S.
One.
Frank S?
Frank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. He didn't win one of these, though.
Ooh, system stand.
Yeah. See, now it has a picture of a couple of IBM computers there. But I would rather do it like I did over there and use it for a Mac 2.
Cool.
Doesn't like this blue SCSI. Damn it. Try this other one. And my blue SCSI's warped.
Hey,
Will.
We've been?
Like the bottom plastic is all concaved in. Like it was on something hot.
Will, did you get my package yet?
Boot, please. You know how much I paid for this Mac SE?
Free?
$1 billion.
$5.
Oh,
Great.
almost free.
Yeah.
So it took a little bit longer because I had to haul a big heavy box downstairs because my monitors arrived. Yay!
Yay.
Hey,
Adam,
hey.
does the mouse
Did that
still
crash?
work?
Yes, the mouse works and it's plugged into the keyboard.
Wild.
This has OS 9 on it. I don't think it's going to work on a Mac SE. Let me try
Steve!
without extensions on.
Steve, if you're here, look, Steve. Anyway.
Hey, Adam, Garth said something in the chat about your keyboard.
I can't read it from here. I'm holding down shift.
He says if you can still, he says if it's still, you could try going into keycaps and see if it's registering the keys.
Okay.
I doubt it is.
It's weird because it makes this odd beep every key you press. It is booting. It's system 7.5, I think.
Strange.
On the keycaps. When I first booted it the first time, it looked like it had selected the name of the hard drive and it was trying to type. It's like something stuck. But I changed the whole keyboard for another keyboard, and it just still does it. Unless that ADB cable's bad. But then why would the mouse work?
Yep. Bad microcontroller. And by bad, I mean, for all we know, it's just not soldered on properly. It's not affixed all the way. Who knows? Hard to say.
Reflow it.
Garth,
I did.
Adam, Garth
Yeah,
said,
sure.
"Is it a clean install
It's
OS
all the
or
way
is it
in there.
Use?"
How am I going to do that?
I booted with extensions off, and it seems like it works now.
You could do it with some
wacky-
hot tweezers, Joe.
So it might just be this build on this.
It'll
liquid
just
blue
slide
SCSI.
right off, and it'll have to take it apart anyway.
This is the blue SCSI I put the
Here,
2300
I'll show you why.
backup
I'll
on.
show you.
Simple text.
Hi, everybody. Joe's back.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Nick.
I need to get all the way back in here.
Well, now the keyboard works. This is with extensions off. So something, when it booted before, it was saying QuickTime can't load. Well, of course it can't load on an SE, but other than that, it's basically just one of the stock blue SCSI images. This computer is really crummy. I don't even know if it deserves a blue SCSI.
So here's an earlier prototype. I think here it is. And the microcontroller is here. Can you see what I'm pointing at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can you actually see it?
Oof, vaguely.
Yeah, okay. So here, we're going to do this.
I can hear the angry joys outside Dave's house. Maybe, right, Dave? do you hear noise?
Wow, it's really tiny. No
Yes.
wonder we called it AT Tiny.
Yes. Yes. Let me see if I can put something on the screen to give you an idea of size.
The Vias.
Oh, I don't know. Usually I put like a dime or something down there, but I don't have one handy. Yeah, I do. Here we go.
Did you rework the traces?
I can't
You're
get to
missing-
it.
No,
You're missing
I
a
mean on that
capacitor.
one.
Did I rework?
Wait.
Yeah, this is an earlier prototype.
Yeah, but you're missing a capacitor.
There's a whole bunch of stuff missing from that. It's a prototype. Hi, Adam. Adam. Hey, Adam. Adam.
Yeah.
Hush. So that's a dime. So it gives you an idea of how
Wow.
big this controller is. That's my tweezers.
Wow, that's tiny.
Literally,
Or,
at
side
12
cuts.
times smaller, hence a dime a dozen.
Yes. 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 So it's tiny. And so what's like it if I were to heat the board from the underside.
A fall.
Interesting. That key's stupid on this one. Oh, it's misassembled. Great. Got it. Yeah. Well, yeah. So if I heat this from the underside, so face. So the chip's here on this side, and all the keys are on this side. So I can, in theory, heat it from this side of the board, right?
Right.
And I can take the keys off this area so I don't melt the key caps. But the switches are still there. They're going to get hot. That plastic's going to melt. And then what's going to happen is if things are not quite correct there, that little chip is going to move.
Yeah.
It's not going to go where it needs to go, and it's just going to be just as bad. Or the capacitors or the pull-down resistors that are in that area, all that's going to have problems. It's all going to be grumpy, right? So that's the issue. These were sold out worldwide, and I had to buy those microcontrollers from scalpers for $8 each plus shipping. Luckily, I probably haven't just enough to fix these. The microcontrollers, it's very possible the microcontrollers aren't bad. They're just not soldered on correctly. They're offset a little bit or whatever. And I can fix them. The only issue is I have to take apart the keyboard entirely. It has to be completely disassembled. It's like a 2-hour project per keyboard minimum.
You have to take all the switches out?
I have to take, because I have to take the metal plate off.
Well, it's not very affordable keyboard then.
What do you mean not a very affordable? Well, it's a
You
mechanical.
buy the keyboard, you have to fix it. Let's say they send it to you.
Yeah.
Please fix it. 2 hours of your time, the shipping, the parts, and it's gonna
What if
come
you
out.
put that
It's a
controller on the
special
other side,
boutique
though?
thing, though. So
Why didn't I put the controller on the other side, on the back
Why-
side?
Yeah, I know you said that. Yeah, I mean,
Because this is a
But-
single layer board and all of the solderable components are on the top side. It makes it way less expensive to make.
Oh, yeah.
If you do two-sided surface mount, you've got to you have to use special adhesive to stick them down. That's the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
put it on a separate PCB that's hooked up to that ribbon.
And he doesn't
cable.
want me to do the controllers. He just wants to see if I can sell them as a keyboard without caps or a backlight. Yeah, that's a feature. That's an option too for these.
Oh, so does it still work? It just doesn't.
Yeah,
do
the keys will work just fine, with the exception of the caps lock key.
Oh,
Oh, I would be in the
Right.
market for buying one of those for a discount if that
Yeah.
ends up being a thing.
So the caps lock key would be a problem.
I would just
Um,
hardwire the caps lock key and never type anything lowercase.
Yeah, you can just wire it across and it's key caps. Yeah, I mean,
It's
there's,
an Apple
there's
II. That's totally viable.
so that's options, but whatevs.
Whatever.
But if I can't talk to the controller, then that's an issue. Now, Mark is saying it might be problems with the actual connector itself. So I'm going to actually do some weird off the bench looking at this to see if that makes sense. Now that connector is fully soldered on there. That is not the problem. It's got ass loads of solder balls down in it, though. That's not helpful. How's the microcontroller look? I mean, it looks like it's on there. It's hard to say. It's like I have to hold this off the side of the bench and zoom in and do it manually, and it's not. Where is it? And the microcontroller looks like it's on there fine, but for all we know, the microcontroller is like turned around backwards or something. How's it supposed to be?
So I manually disabled QuickTime, and now this keyboard works fine. I have no idea how those are related to each other.
Nope, the dot is in that corner, so we can see from this one that the dot is in that corner. You can just barely see it. So it's oriented correctly. That's good. Well, we can reflow this connector and see what it is. Could be worse, could be BGA, yeah. Luckily, these chips are they're just like edge pads. So you can even hand solder them, as is evidenced by this one that I hand soldered. But yeah, so we will reflow the connector from the top side. And just see if that fixes it, maybe? I don't know.
Two hours to rework one of those boards. Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
most
crazy.
of that is disassembly, right?
It's just taking it apart.
And putting it
Yeah.
back together. Yep.
and hopefully you're not damaging the component or desoldering.
Yep.
It's actually the same design setup as the original Alps keyboard, though. It had the metal frame and the PCB, and in order to take anything off of that, you would have had to take that all the switches
Yep.
off.
You can take replacing one switch is not too bad because it's got little clips on the side that hold the key in place, but it only holds it in the down direction so that when you press down, the force of the key goes through the metal frame. But then that means if you try to get the metal frame up, you have to get it up past every single key. And the
Sure, I
only
got
way
one.
to do that is to remove every single key.
Like
Yeah.
this.
Exactly. Here if you want to show everybody there real quick again.
This is an Alps frame, but it's the same thing. But see how there's all that corrosion there? This one got water damage, so that's why it now
eated.
no longer lives. Yeah.
Yeah. And it might be the physical connector on your programmer too. Nuh-uh. Lies. My programmer is perfect. I designed it. It can't have any faults ever.
Yeah.
Says the man who like does things wrong all the freaking time.
It's intentional.
What are you doing on the stream tomorrow, Dave?
I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I got some things I might be doing.
Nope.
I haven't decided
Things
yet.
and stuff.
Things and stuff. Working.
I have
on
an idea
things.
for something to work on tomorrow. I want to see if I can make a 9-inch monochrome CRT that displays everything in blue.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes. That
With
would be
filter in front of it.
We're gonna see some options tomorrow. I
I should
think
probably do
Jason-
the tilde while
gel.
I'm in.
Did you order some thin gels?
I did, and I'm going to see later on if I can melt one to conform to the shape of a CRT.
Yeah,
And
if you perfect that, I would like to talk to you again about how you did that exactly.
What's
Yeah,
funny
because
is that I can
I
only
wanna
find
do-
the right gel I wanted in a pack of 20. So if it works, I can do more than one.
Nice.
Yeah, just
And you get a lot of tries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a test subject here that I can use. This is that monitor from the SE that has a severe burn-in on it.
Yeah.
You can still see the menu bar and everything. So this one I'll try it with in case I ruin the CRT somehow. And then if it works, I'll do it to a nicer one. This one is a, what kind of monitor is this?
The flux they use is disgusting. Oh, that's awful.
This is Clinton. It's a Clinton monitor from Taiwan.
George
I
Clinton?
wrote a note on it. Good burn-in. So that'll be fun.
How much heat does it take to make that film conform?
Well, it's not actually designed for what I'm doing, but in the specs for it, it says please do not use at temperatures above 60 C or else it will melt. So that tells me that it'll melt. So if I can go around that temp, maybe I can just. All I needed to do is just sort of curve out.
Are you using leaf filters?
Joe, you know those two styrofoams are different, right?
What?
Those two styrofoams are different. One's for the left and one's for the right. That's why.
I know that. I just had to figure out which one it was.
I gotta say, use your hot air workstation, set it on the lowest, and then just kind of graduate up.
I have a hot air that has an actual Celsius setting, so I can just pick the heat, and then if it works, it's a very light blue that I got because I'm hoping that I didn't want to darken the screen.
Yeah.
So what I'll probably do is actually, you know what? I'm gonna go get a piece of it and just hold it over the screen here. I gotta figure out where I put the pack though. I'll be right back.
Be right back.
After
I'll
these
be right back.
messages.
I'm gonna get this one out again and do the tilde on it since I got it out. MacEffects, feel free to ask anything you want, even here. You won't offend me. Why do hot dogs come in packages of 8, but hot dog buns come in packages of 10?
I knew the answer to that.
Marketing.
Where my goop? Where'd goop go? Goop lost on bench. Oh no. Oh no. I lost my blue goop. It's the end of the world. My blue tax disappeared. Is it still on the bottom of that keyboard? The other keyboard?
Probably.
Hold on. Nope, it's not in there. It's not there.
So when are you going to show us your super duper video generator that you bought?
When it gets here. I don't have it yet. I did get my monitors today to replace those, but no, I don't have the generator. The generator, like, I don't know how to put it. Yeah, I did those too. FedEx has been all over the board with that. Like, it'll arrive tomorrow. It'll arrive Sunday. It'll arrive. It should already be on its way. You'll get it Tuesday. Like, every time I check it, it's a different day.
Don't forget to check your neighbor's porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FedEx usually doesn't have a problem with that. It's Amazon. Amazon's the one who always screws it up.
They're not known for their intelligence.
Oh, no. Of course not.
Oh, where'd you find your stuff at, Joe? I missed it.
What stuff? What are you talking about?
Your blue
The blue
tacky
tack.
stuff.
Oh, this stuff?
Yeah, where was it hiding?
Oh, it was on the bottom of the box.
Oh, good place for it. Yeah.
Keeps the box from moving around.
Cool. Take this, flip it around. Let it go up this way, past the letter G, under the letter P, and it's perfect. Where's my cutters? I put them away like a dummy. I cut it right in between the two. Not that I can show you any of this because my programmer breaks my camera apparently. I could take my side cam here and get it closer, I guess. And this goes in here like this.
I love the feel of the I'm basically riffing on what they're saying in chat. I love the feel of the Alps salmon switches. Those are excellent feeling keyboards.
More than a feeling.
Like that Apple, the non-extended mechanical keyboards, those feel great.
Hey, Fred.
When it has the right grams per second acceleration. And everybody's like, who is this weird man and what is he doing? Go right like that. Well, the tilde is done on that one. Tilde Swinton. Tilda Swinton as Gabriel in Constantine. Great performance.
So how many times you use the tilde key?
Very few. This is why it got through all the way through quality assurance and production without realizing it didn't work.
I would have said till the end of the world.
Yeah, the thingy came out.
I like your lime clamshell there, Joe.
Yeah, thank you. That is. Where'd it go? Where'd
the box.
thing go?
Oh.
Oh, I didn't put it in there correctly. Yeah, that is. I got that at Kansas Fest. That was a gift to me from Britt Dodd, who's an old friend of mine. We go all the way back to K-Fest 2019.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, here, I don't want this. Do you want this? I'm like, yes. And the reason I wanted it was because I wanted to re-gift it to my good friend Steve. Because Steve has this weird, I don't know, fetish for lime green iMacs or something. I don't know. He's some sort of weirdo. And it's like, well, you like the iMacs those way more than I do. It'll just sit here and take up space for me. So I will let you have it, buddy.
I thought he already had a lime.
Oh, he has more than one.
Oh, okay. He just likes a lot of them. There you
Yeah.
Collected
Like,
all
I
the
don't-
colors.
I just like the clamshells don't really do anything for me.
Joe, did that AC adapter work?
Yes, works perfectly fine.
Yay.
This is one of the most fiddly things to get correct.
I never tested that on an iBook. I only tested it on a Wall Street PowerBook.
It lights up and tells me the battery's fully charged, even though the battery's completely dead. But that's a different problem.
Oh,
Here we go. Is it in there?
out of there.
Oh, you got your bamboo
There we go.
printer there, Gut Bomb?
There we go. Yep, those are good. Cool. Reflow this connector real quick.
A piece of tape.
Bamboo. Bamboo printers are great.
I want one.
Well, they have updated ones that are way more affordable than the unit that I ended up getting. And they do pretty much just as good a job. They have a couple features that aren't as whatever, but you know.
I'm waiting to pay off my Saturn II.
Ah, yes.
Hey, look, Joe, my monitor is blue now.
Yay! Is he just taped on there?
I just taped it over the front of the SC.
Looks cool. Nice.
It's a little dim, but the thing is, this blue stuff has a clear film on the front and the back of it to protect it. So
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
left that on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
take that off,
probably
that'll
won't
probably-
survive the melting process.
Yeah. That'll fuse it.
Yeah, no, when I melt it, I will take off the film. I'm going to try to take off a layer on this test piece.
Making sure my connector doodle here is correct. Hate to
Oh, here you go,
go
Fred.
through all this and have a problem like Mark said and have it not.
Yes, Fred. I know.
Connect.
It's a gnat's ear.
Is that a cat? Do I hear a cat?
That's Fred. Yeah.
Hi,
Frederica.
Fred.
Thought you were
Frederica.
hosting me all the time.
She got a little Maine Coon in her here. Let's see right there. There you go.
We'll connect to my keyboard.
Later,
do a
Garth.
read.
But
Yeah,
she
mine
gets
reads
her-
immediately, so it's not my test jig. Okay. All right.
And I don't know how she gets it. Once in a while she'll get like mats, and I brush her, but it's like where I have to cut them out when they get to a certain point. Okay,
No,
Garth.
that's not bad.
See ya. Don't
Hi, Garth.
don't fall off your bike. All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah, the window protection film. I think that's actually. Are you using window protection film? Or are you using actual gels
This is gels designed for lighting.
for BOGOs or for
Yeah,
GOGOs?
so
Sorry.
they're more for the heat. Yep.
Yeah.
And be careful because it can bubble up.
Yeah. My plan is to take the CRT and put it face up.
Yep.
And then try to just gently make it melt
Yeah.
downward onto.
Let gravity do the work. Yep.
Yeah. All right, that's it without the film on it. It's actually readable and it looks like a blue CRT.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks brighter from here.
Yeah, I brightened
Yeah,
it
I
up
like
a lot.
that.
This
Yeah, it looks good.
SE's monitor is really, really tired though. Even without the covering on, I have to run it at full brightness to see this.
It's
But I'm
just
going to use
the tube's tired.
Yeah, the tube is tired. I'm going to use a different tube for the one I'm actually going to use. Was playing around with this junky SE I bought for $5.
And Adam, you should be fine as far as heating that all CRTs have a protective safety glass plate fused to the front of it.
Yeah.
And that's there for a reason, because there's over 2 tons of vacuum on that. So if you have an implosion, Granted, it's not as dramatic on a smaller tube, but like if it, obviously like the old days, we had big pitcher tubes. Yeah, it could really kill you, shred you.
Yeah, the implosion band
Hi,
usually
Kate.
keeps the implosion to going in instead of flying out.
Hi, Kate.
But I think this would be okay as long as I don't cover the sides where there's conductive material.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
aquadag. Yeah.
I do like this. The only thing is it's very reflective. So I'm seeing my camera light.
It's probably
Right in it.
because it's kind of stretched flat. It probably won't seem as reflective when it's like
Yeah.
curved
Yeah.
over the screen.
Yep.
See that like right there? You can see my. Oh wait, I tilted it down.
I'm just like I'm so jealous of you right now.
See that? Like on that corner there, how bright that is.
Yeah.
You're jealous of
But-
what?
I'm jealous
But I
of you.
think-
You figured that out super fast. I tried that and I couldn't get it to work and
Well, I don't have it working yet because I still got to figure out how to make it conform to the tube. Assuming I can figure that out, then I can just basically melt these to the tube, and then I'll have a stockpile of them. I can just stick them on the tubes as I need them.
That's pretty cool.
Wonder if I can. I used to have this stuff that was like anti-glare
Just-
spray.
What?
What if they still make that?
I've used that
These switches are there.
that spray on. I haven't had much success for that when I was trying to do the on my Franken-Mac up here. You know,
Yeah.
I put a faceplate on it, and I tried a couple of things and really never
Alright.
got the result that I wanted.
The monitor I'm going to use in my rebuild is actually a Pro surveillance LCD. It has a glass face over the LCD that's got anti-glare on it, and it actually
Oh,
looks so CRT-like, other than being flat.
Hi, Macintosh librarian.
I just got to figure out a way to fill in those gaps around the edge. Got to 3D print something.
I like this live stream where Joe fixed keyboards for a long time.
Yeah.
We love you a long, long time.
This is 7:23. I should be checking these as I go and fixing the keys, right?
I'm gonna move this.
Because that's kind of what Mark wants. He wants them to work. So let's go back through all of these and do
I don't know, work. Why? That's really picky.
Do.
Where's that other camera?
There we go.
So, Joe, you got your pumpkin tosh all ready for Halloween?
You mean it's sitting there on my bench? Sure.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Any Mac Apple Halloween plans? Well, I'll probably end up putting mine on up front if I remember to do it.
Yeah. And we'll be doing our 12-hour Halloween stream, Kate, on the 29th.
12 hours.
I
12
need to come
hours.
up with a costume for that.
Yeah, this will be our second one. Yeah. Of spooky, scary repairs.
Spooky.
Spooky and problematic
Yes,
repairs
we wore
or spooky
costume.
dresses.
Yes, we wore costumes last year. Some of them pretty good, actually.
My Apple 2C has a bad. It doesn't work with the freaking programmer installed. It's got a bad CPU socket or something.
Oh.
So what happens is when I
Harder.
like
Use blue tack on the CPU. That'll keep
yeah,
it
there
down.
you go.
You use the same technique on the stuck hard drives, SCSI drives on the table. Just smack them on the table a few times. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you have a worse problem.
It's the Apple III that you were supposed to drop, right, to get the CPU back in the socket.
Hey, Eric.
What's that?
Sometimes you don't.
It was the Apple III that you were supposed to pick up and then drop to get the sockets to tighten, right?
Yeah. That's not the problem in this case, unfortunately. I wish it was that easy. In this case, it's Trina's here. Hi, Trina.
I'm missing a foot.
This the sockets are, I put machine pin sockets in it, so it would interface better with an Ultra RAM 2 card. But I don't have that card in there because I was doing the work with the keyboard, and getting the keyboard in and out with that socket in there or with that card in there was a pain. So the machine pin sockets don't do well with the regular chips. So they just kind of wall around and do weird things.
That was the problem Justin was having because on his 2C, because he put machine pin sockets in, and your encoder would not fit properly.
Yeah, the encoder really does not like machine pins.
Hi, Trina.
Hi, I just came on to say, all right, boys, I sent you your shipping labels and how much the money you owe me. Pay up.
Oh, I saw the label, but I didn't see the money.
Oh, I didn't see that. Hold on. Oh,
Oh, let me go double check.
Maybe I saw it before you sent it. I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
I sent. Adam McGee. There it is. Yeah, I see the money.
Okay, I'll
Can you
send it
message?
to you shortly.
Okay.
Beep beep.
I initially actually sent your total to Gutbaum.
Oh, good.
Adam.
Yeah, you
I
jump
was
on.
like,
You pay
what?
mine too.
I'm only
Oh,
seeing
you must have deleted it because I don't see it.
Yeah, I deleted it as soon as I I looked at the name and I went, oh shit. Delete, delete, delete.
Yeah, let's see if this works.
Froze the whole machine up that time.
Joe, is that in the manual when you get one of those keyboards? What you're
What, to
doing?
bang the crap out of it?
Yeah.
We're supposed to do this for you at the factory.
Oh, okay. We get Inspector 12 doing that. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Sloopy, how you doing? And Eric.
Hey.
It's like once you get the key working, it then has key bounce issues. So then you got to beat the crap out of it even more.
Look,
Joe
Joe,
wrote the
it's,
manual, no.
look,
So,
Joe, it's blue.
Mark said you wrote the manual on it.
yeah, that one's working.
Joe, look, blue and Tosh.
That looks good, Adam. I like that.
Dude, you see, when I tried that, it didn't look right to me. It didn't make it blue enough for my desires.
Yeah.
I don't know. Put like 8 layers of it, and then turn the brightness up, and then go into the back and turn the screen all the way up too.
You really wouldn't have screen burn in about a minute. Yeah.
This particular monitor already has the menu
I
bar
wish I
burned
could show
in.
this to you. Side.
Can you make Adam big, Joe, real quick? Eric wants to see. Yeah, that looks good. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, the goal for this is I got a MacEffects blue SE shell.
Yeah.
So I want, because I put a green CRT in Hulkintosh, I wanted a blue CRT for what I was going to call Smurfintosh. But there are no blue CRTs in a reasonable price range. So
Yeah.
this is the result of a discussion the other night. Like, let's use lighting gel.
Yeah.
So
No, that looks good.
the thing is, this blue color on the actual blue, it doesn't show on the camera, but it's very, very light blue. But because it's transmitting light, it doesn't need to be dark because all the light takes care of what you got to do.
Right.
So in person, it's a little dim, but I think it's just because this CRT is so worn out.
But
And by
actually,
the
when
way,
you get
Dave,
that
it's nice.
on,
Oh,
I was going to say, actually, when you get that on the tube, though, that's going to enhance it, though. Because you
Yeah,
won't-
there's almost probably a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch gap between where the gel is now and the actual glass.
Yeah, you're getting light loss just because of the vertex distance between the front of the screen and the back of the gel. Yeah, this way with the spectacle lens. Yep.
The
Hey, for
vertex
your,
distance.
for your-
Nerd.
For this particular technology subject, I will totally take your advice because you know optics. Let me go to Discord and see if I can find out what Trina said.
Hi, Trina.
Hey, I was gonna say it's nice to see you coming onto somebody's stream and starting to boss them around. Joe, make somebody big. Because I always
Yes.
get accused. I always get accused of that on your stream when I'm like, Dave, make blah 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 big, and everybody's like, oh, Trina, you're just bossing Dave around. Now Dave's bossing Joe around, so it's full circle.
Well, no, Eric wanted to see it, what it looked like
Yeah,
zoomed in.
this one's good.
So
Trina, is
it-
this US dollars?
Good.
Whatever you want to pay, I'll take U.S. dollars, and then it's like tip.
Italian lira, yen,
Yeah, there you go.
Yuan.
yuan. Yeah.
Considering
yeah.
I carried all 3 boxes to
Ow!
the post
I
office
hurt
by
myself.
myself.
Yeah, I'll send you US dollars of that amount.
Adam, Mark asked you, do you like Reese's?
Dumb freaking
What?
brick-and-brack. Hi, everybody.
Canadian pesos? Yeah, just about.
Canadian pesos.
Log in.
There we go. Just need a little persuasion.
Canadian pesos.
I'm just eating lunch, which is why I'm not on camera. So
I need to reset my audio. I'll be right back.
okay.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye, nifty dude.
I think
Meow.
I am going to go take a nap. So I will see you guys.
Enjoy
Bye,
your
Okay, good,
guys.
nap.
Mom.
Stopping by.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
See you.
It's growing old.
I know.
I'd expect Trina to do that, but not Gut Bomb. Yeah.
Well, I slept it like I rolled over this morning, turned on my phone, like pressed the phone so I could see what time it was. It was like, oh, it's 6:30. Okay, I can go back to sleep for a bit more because it's Saturday. Next thing I know, I was waking up, and it was 10:40. I'm like, well,
What's in your cup?
so I'm well rested this time.
Okay, good. Oh, okay. Just hang out. He's just hanging out in the chat until he falls asleep. Okay.
Well, what I would recommend, Gutbomb, go back and rewatch John's stream from earlier. That'll put you to sleep in 5 minutes. Just ask me my cat.
Trina, don't be realistic. I mean, truthful. I mean. Nah, he's good. He's a cool guy.
Well, even John said if you want to calm your cats, like your pets down, put on one of my streams. He said it on his stream today. They'll fall right asleep to it. So
The best part of waking up.
because he needs the view, he
Yes,
wants the view
yes.
hours so he can get. He's almost monetized.
Yay!
Trina, I sent your dough.
Okay, thank you.
Can you make pizza out of it?
Yes.
Ooh, I can because I can order a pizza with it.
Joe, did you hear about what was going on with somebody who got a Blue SCSI and they were trying to figure out the 1 and 2 buttons on the external Blue SCSI? And they apparently found some instructions online that gave completely false instructions. It said that button 1 was to eject the SD card and it would make a clicking noise when it came out. You see any of that?
No.
And then it said number 2 is what you push that when you put the SD card in, so it'll mount it.
Who made that crap up?
Eric was thinking maybe it was AI that got a hold of some old instructions.
Could have been.
Any-
I suppose.
Anyway, at the end of it, I said, "Well, what about button 3? I want, if you press button 3, you get a hot, fresh slice of pizza."
The Noid himself comes out of your Blue SCSI and hands you a fresh slice of Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like that PC that LGR had that had a pizza button on it.
Sorry,
Yes.
I don't like Domino's pizza.
Look how slow my toasters are
Have
at.
you had it since they did the
8 megahertz.
rebranding and redoing?
Joe, would you like some blueberry pizza? I mean,
had it-
blueberry toast.
No, but yes, thank you.
I had Domino's last would be October of last year.
Okay, all right.
And Joe, Retro Techie says hi.
Hi, Retro Techie. How are you doing?
Oh, hey, Retro Techie.
Hi, Retro Techie.
Hello, neighbor.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Actually, shouldn't you say bonjour, la neighbor? I don't know how to say neighbor.
Le neighbor.
Sacre bleu. It's
Bonjour,
Retro Techie.
Oui, think, haha. That's all I know.
I like.
Oh,
looking
and
at
Adam,
my blue
I got
machine.
the email, so thank you.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I sent it US dollars, so it should convert, I guess, on your end.
No, it actually shows just as US dollars. It will convert when I log into PayPal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sent somebody in Canada money for some motherboards, and it shows up on my American Express bill, which is the card I use to back the payment, as just whatever Canadian. Like, I guess American Express just lets me pay for stuff in Canadian dollars. I was like,
Okay.
oh, well, how much did I really pay? Because I have no idea what amount Amex is using to convert.
All right.
Cheaper than
I'm
what
like-
you think.
I should get those motherboards on Monday.
Um,
$1
very
million.
Well, I paid a little bit because they're like very early Apple II boards.
Aha. So this
the light
one
came on.
lit one of the keys up. So this is good. This one works.
like-
Yay!
Woo!
So they're like
Neato.
the first revision on that, Adam? The first batch?
These are actually Rev 3 and Rev 4 boards.
Oh,
Rev
Rev
0 and 1 are basically impossible to find. And I don't know that Rev 2 ever made it public. So these are from 78, 79.
Oh,
They're
nice.
still very early.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But I have cases that are missing the boards, and usually you just can't find the boards.
Right.
So I had to go all the way to Canada to get a couple of them.
Well, we
then
all the best stuff, myself and Micro Hobbyist and Retro Techie, we're all in Canada. So of course we're the best things are in Canada. Hello.
I found a couple of early Apple IIs that I'm picking up Monday. They're actually almost in Canada. I have to go to Buffalo to pick those up.
Nice.
I mean, I could probably throw a rock and hit
They call
Canada
me
from there.
Buffalo.
Yes, thank you, Eric. Domino's pizza equals shit on a shingle.
Hey, Joe, check disk drive.
The updated Domino's pizza is not bad. It's on par with Pizza Hut, I'd say.
Oh God, that's like saying I got shit in one hand and shit in the other. Which one do I eat first?
Oh, actually,
I am
Like an old
not
Devo
saying
song.
actually, Pizza
great
Hut
pizza.
was
I'm
light
saying-
years better than Domino's.
I'm saying
but-
Oh, it
there is
used
a
to be,
lot
yeah.
of pizza worse.
yeah, there's a
Oh,
lot
God.
worse out there.
Here in Toronto, I don't know if you have them in Montreal. Pizza.
Yeah.
Have you
No,
ever had?
No, we don't have pizza.
Little
Oh
Caesars.
yeah, okay. Pizza.
Somebody in the
is
chat, Chris in the chat says, I'm just north of Canada.
Oh,
So
Where are you
you're
in
hovering
Russia?
over the North Pole.
no, Alaska is north of Canada.
Oh
so-
yeah,
No,
you're
it's not.
right. Technically
Technically,
speaking, depending
It's
on
west
which
of
part it
Canada.
is.
well, it depends. Like if you're in Vancouver, you're looking kind of northish towards it.
Northwest.
Well, okay. So listen, Mr. Picky Pants. It's
Hi,
still north.
I'm Adam, and I'm a pedant.
Yes. One time I was in Alaska and our flight got canceled, and I looked up how long does it take to drive there, and it was with no stops, 24 hours just to get to Seattle.
Not Alaska.
Not Alaska.
Russia?
Or no, Chris.
That's south.
Chris. I figured it out.
What, like
Chris is an
Finland
elf.
or
No, Chris is an elf
Norway?
for Santa Claus, and he's north of Canada because they're in the
Oh,
North Pole.
how about like Iceland?
Mm,
Yeah, or Greenland somewhere, or
yeah. Pizza. And nothing. It's just
Yeah, my pizza choice is Mountain Mike's. That's really good.
I want to go to Iceland one day.
I don't know if you guys have that back east. It's really good.
whoa,
I should put this here because it's
that's an interesting
show how
thing.
slow this Blue Scuzzy is.
Oh, thanks, Frederick.
Welcome.
just got the email.
I am pressing the
Oh.
minus key on this keyboard and getting a left bracket.
So Trina, did you make your money back off of that pile of junk?
Actually, yeah. When I add up everything that everybody's paid me so far, I'm in the green already, and I haven't even
Yay.
put anything up
Good,
for sale officially. So
Good.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, you had a
It's
few
time
good
to
I
items
listened to
in there.
Dvorak mode.
yeah. So I'm gonna list like today. I think is gonna be
Does Chris live in Maine or New Hampshire or
no
Vermont?
in the U.S., but the U.S. is south of us.
Not all of it. It's the same argument of you in Alaska. Maine is north of where you are.
Oh, true enough. Yeah, I guess. Well, more like more like east of where I am. But yeah,
It's
I get what
northeast.
you're saying. Yeah.
See, Montana is not north of Canada.
Montana. Chris, are you in Texas? Let's just be blunt. Are you in Texas or Florida? Because those are the only two states I know down that way.
Well, if
Maybe
you're from Texas,
California.
you probably think Alaska and Hawaii are islands because of the map.
In both cases,
Wisconsin.
you need a plane to go.
Yeah,
This keyboard
Alaska is
is
not an island. I thought
Michigan.
that
Oh, there we
Alaska and
go.
Hawaii were on the, just floating in the ocean, just hovering next to Mexico, right?
On the back of a turtle.
Oh, Montana. Montana is absolutely north of at some points.
Some
in Canada.
points, yeah.
Yeah. True.
Well, that's only because you guys stole the part around the Great Lakes that we should have had.
So
You lose.
Eric's Edge got it.
Toronto
He's
and
in
Ontario, they
Michigan.
should have been ours.
Thumb
Yeah,
region.
well.
Yeah.
When we need them, we'll take them back. Don't worry.
We need them.
Well, if you do, make sure you lower the housing price.
Status limits.
Nah, we're gonna make it just like Vancouver. Make it so nobody can afford to actually live there.
It's that way now. So
I know.
yay, right?
Yay.
So yeah, Eric's Edge got it right. He's in Michigan. Chris is in Michigan, in Detroit, to be precise.
If you want affordable housing and you're in that part of Canada, just move to Detroit.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
nice there.
I think I'm good.
There you go. I got it working.
Well, I don't know. Like the last I heard, all the horror stories you hear from Detroit are like in the early '90s. So I don't know if they've cleaned up their accents.
I don't know.
I drive
Another one
south.
working, Mark.
Oh, do you get to Ontario much, Chris?
Do not separate. Hey, look, Joe, you have a blue screen too.
Yes.
Of death.
Technically, all the keyboards need fixing because somebody who is designing it messed up one of the.
Hey Trina, have you ever
board design?
designed logic boards before?
Oh, just in my sleep.
Then shut up.
Ooh.
Joe, I love you.
I love you too, Trina. You're one of my best friends.
Hey, Joe, Retro Techie's
Right back
asking
at
you a
ya.
question.
Retro Techie is asking me a question. How many of those keyboards need fixing?
Didn't we just go over that?
And
I
that's
have
why
approximately-
that's why I said all of them technically.
10 or 15 of them here. These are all special ones. These are ones that are special cases that are more difficult than the others. Javier got the easy ones, the one that just needs the bodge wire and the keys massage to fix the key switches. I got the ones that wouldn't program, or that, like in this case, the light didn't, the disc light didn't light up because on this side of the board, if you look really closely, if I do this, it squeezes together and then it shorts out the contacts.
Whoops.
So that's the problem
Here,
here.
My two keyboards don't need fixing
Come here.
because I already fixed them.
Come here, Fred. Come on out.
I can.
But
Actually, I only have one now. I sold my other spare.
There you go. You're okay, honey. Go ahead.
Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Joe, that guy at VCF basically begged me to buy my boxed example
your boxed example.
of those keyboards you're working on. I had one in the box.
Michigan is a lot like Ohio with worse roads and a worse university football team.
Oh, keep
Yeah,
kidding.
hard to beat the Montreal.
Go Ohio! Or as we say, go Bucks.
Apparently, Windsor, Ontario is where Detroit kids go to get weed and booze before they turn 21. By the way, you're welcome, Detroit.
Because it's
From Canada.
you go across the border and it's 18 is
19,
the age.
19
Is it 19? Did they change it to
Yeah,
19?
It depends
I
on
wouldn't know
Ohio State
anything
sucks.
about going there once when I was much younger to go to a certain kind of establishment downtown Windsor there that lets you in if you're under a certain age. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Asking
I
for a
didn't-
friend, right?
Joe, I didn't grow up in Southern California and make any unnecessary trips to Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't? Oh, shame.
No, of course not. Why would I do that? That's
think-
crazy.
Is it not? Is the legal age of drinking in Quebec though? It's 18, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, it's 19
Everything's
here.
18.
Well, that
When I
explains
was 19, they changed the legal age to 19 in
13 of these.
Oh wait, they changed it when I was 18. They changed it or something like that. I was 1 year off in Hawaii. It was always 18,
Right.
and then they said no, we're going to make it 21. But if you're already between 18 and 21, we're going to move it up one
one's
year at a
clear.
time. So basically, we won't like make you illegal if you already were legal. I was 1 year
Okay.
behind it. So every time, like I was
Oh, no.
17 and they made it 18. So as soon as I was 18, now it was 19. As soon as I was 19, now it was 20. It's like, hey,
I can't get drunk legally.
yeah, because that'll stop people.
But,
And that's a clear one.
sense.
we all according to Chris, we also visited the quote unquote ballet in Windsor at 18.
Yeah, the ballet.
Yes. Yes.
Need some ballet
yes.
tickets.
Yes, yes. I believe Chris and I may be referring to the same thing.
Mhm. In
Perhaps,
Cincinnati,
perhaps
we
different,
called that.
different. How can we say performer types
Mm.
or performer?
So we had
genders?
a ballet in Cincinnati when I lived there. It was called the Golden Lions.
Yes.
Golden
Really
Lion.
classy. They did Swan Lake, didn't they?
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
also a similar club in San Francisco when I went to Macworld. It was just called the Toolbox.
That sounds like, wasn't it the episode of The Simpsons where they had like all the gay guys like moving around stuff, like all the guys with like really short shorts and
yeah.
what
yeah.
what,
It was
what
like
was
the
that
Village
called?
People or something. I
No,
don't remember.
Homer was trying to show Bart how to be a real man and took him to a factory. Yet it was a gay factory.
That was it.
Gay
Thank you.
factory.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the premise of that, but yeah.
Ooh, a super sticker from MacEffects.
Ooh.
Ooh, a super sticker. $9.99 super sticker. You know what that gets, guys? You know what that gets? A woo with an anime wow. Yeah!
I was expecting a Moopsie actually.
Oh, you want to move?
Mom says it was a
Yeah.
gay steel mill.
Oopsie.
That's it. Yeah, it was a gay steel mill. Right. That was it.
Hey, Drew, will you be shipping the little cardboard of you with my shipment?
Who? What? Where?
You
What?
know that
What?
little
What?
thing that you send people that some of
You mean a
yeah
sticker?
that
That?
Yeah,
If you
I
want
want
one,
that.
yeah.
I need one of those still.
I need
Oh,
to have
Joe-
some reason to send you something.
Joe, I
because
was gonna order more blue scuzzies from you, but now that I saw that the new modes that are being tested require a PCB change, I've
Yeah,
thought maybe I shouldn't do that yet.
yeah, and also if you look at my website, you'll realize I'm really low in stock for some weird, inexplicable reason.
Yeah. Well, I know Andretta ran out of stock
Yeah,
because of that.
we're trying to burn through the old inventory, is what it is. We're just
So as
trying
soon as you have the new ones, I'll buy at least two.
to- we should
then you
be good to
give me a
go in a
sticker.
couple weeks.
No
And
rush.
we have Adam live on a stream saying once you get the new, so we're holding him to at least 2 when you get the new stock in.
I was actually just about to buy two. I even asked Joe if he could do something different for the brackets for me.
Right.
And then I was like, I'll order that later. And then I see Andretta posting about this cool new feature, but it requires a change to the board. And I'm like, oh,
Yes,
because the last time I bought two from Joe, I bought them the day before they announced the Wi-Fi thing.
yes.
Mm.
This cool new feature is truly awesome, guys. It's you're gonna. I mean, There are two new cool features, one of which has been publicly discussed, but I will not repeat it in case I'm not allowed to. And the other one, I know absolutely I'm not allowed to discuss, but all your minds are going to be blown.
Well, that's why I didn't say what the feature is. I just said that
This one works.
it
Great.
is.
It's a new feature. Yeah.
It's enough a good enough feature to wait for the next revision.
It absolutely is. Yes.
Well, I think I'm going to take off. I want to do some more cleaning up around here now that I can actually, walk. Now that I got three boxes of 6 out of here. I still
You
have
got a giant
Steve's.
tub behind you.
Yeah, I know. That's actually going out on the sidewalk.
Oh.
Because if we put things out on the
Steve,
sidewalk,
you got to drive up here and get your tub.
What's going to be in the tub?
nothing. But people come along and pick things up from in front of the building for free.
Yeah.
So I'm
that's
just going
not
to put it
good
with the
old
lid.
iMac.
Free pile. There you go.
Yeah, it's going to go in the free pile out front of the building.
Yeah, I keep putting old iMacs out in front of the house, and people, there's a on one side of the house there's a big kind of busy street, and those things just disappear within an hour.
Yeah, of course.
Like, ooh, free iMac. Like, yeah, did you know that every single good part in there has been stripped? Oh well.
It's like I had a shelving unit that I didn't think I would have room for, which I ended up having room for, and ended up buying 2 other shelves to replace it. And I put it out front, and I was like, went over to the dollar store to pick a few things up. 15 minutes later, I come back, shelf gone.
Yay.
So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing with the tub because I'm like, I don't really have any spot to put it.
How many tubs do you have?
That's a massive one. Like that's double the size of it's 1.5. So I'm just putting that one outside. I have plenty from when I moved, so I really don't need it. And as you can see, it's literally taking up space. So that's just going to go outside. And then I'm going to do a few other things and start working on listing these cards. Yay. I hate doing this. I hate doing this. All right. Look up the information, put it on the website, edit the photos, blah, blah, blah.
So you finally got through all that stuff that you had boxed up?
Yeah, everything
tubs?
that
Good.
we went through. We had the last 4 boxes last week.
I missed a few streams, the first streams, I think. So
yeah, I think you just missed one. So you're good. Yeah. But
was there anything interesting in the first one that's nobody took?
No, trust me. That's when Steve was there.
Oh,
so
he took everything.
anything that was interesting is in that massive box. So
didn't we throw a bunch of stuff on Steve's pile even when he wasn't there?
Oh yeah. There was a lot of people going, just give that to Steve. Just give that to Steve.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah.
Well, you know what he's going to say when he gets it.
Holy moly!
Eep.
What the hell's that doing in the box?
No. Because so I did a quote unquote OnlyFans stream. That's what I titled it. And it was just a private stream where I went through everything with everybody.
Yeah.
Including Steve, so he knows what's in the box.
Okay.
We turfed out a few things as we were going through, but yeah, everybody knows what they're getting now. But Steve's box, and I got one. I'm going to have 2 for Ryan, because he got a laptop with a bunch of stuff, and then I also got a power PC or a power Mac for him. Beige thing. That's all I know about it.
Should I send him this?
The Varda? Yeah, sure. Probably cost you more to ship it than it's worth.
I could throw one of these in.
There we go.
Ooh.
Throw it away.
Swallow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Looks like lifesavers.
89.
Anyway, yeah. So
Both from 89.
but all their stuff is heavies. Just one sec. I'm choking on my water.
Uh-oh.
That's what.
Yay.
I'll
Sounds
say.
good. Got another good one.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So this week
Nice.
I'm gonna pack up each box, and I also have one to ship to Frank. But all these people get heavy stuff from me, and I'm like, well, I got to take it 1 box at a time to the post office. Like
How
the 3
far is
boxes
the
I
post
shipped out
office
to,
from you?
not
if
that
you
far.
sell enough
which is
of it,
nice.
you can afford to buy a car, and then you can drive them to the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually
there
would
you go.
cost more to drive it than it does the walk. Like it's literally a
Yeah.
2-minute walk away from me. It's not
Well,
that
you
Joe,
get your
hard.
little
It's just-
wagon. Pull your little wagon behind you.
I went
Joe,
to
have
go.
you had to
I went to
replace
go
any
buy
switches
one
yet?
of those. Oh, I went to go buy one of those the other day, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
$70.
What?
Yeah.
For a wagon? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe,
One
I
of those
asked if you've had to
foldable
replace
carts.
any key switches, or
No.
have you been able to work them all out?
Yep, work them all out. You just go.
Right.
Usually, what I do
So-
is I press while holding it down. I jiggle up and down, like
Yeah.
forward and back, and you'll feel a little like pop, and then it'll
Yeah.
just start working.
I
And
had
you
to
work
like
it for a little bit
jam-
more. And,
jam it in and kind of, yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
did. I had
wiggle it.
6 or 7 broken between the 2 keyboards.
I'm not going to say anything about you
You,
jamming
you
it
should
in,
be able to
Adam.
find those at the hospital,
Right in there.
Trina.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I find them at the hospital, they have usually like either kids or something in them, and I can't go stealing them from
Well,
Technicality.
there's an
Uh-oh.
easy way of getting the kid out of there, you know.
Okay.
like. Well, I
But you got to make sure the adult's not around.
yeah. Usually
kid.
the mom or dad is pushing the kid with SID cards. So,
Or you
know,
could just say, "Hey, I need. Can you have your child get out? I need to borrow this for a minute."
Sorry, I work in IT. Can you? Yeah, I'll just hold up my badge. Like I work in IT. I need that card. It's confiscated.
It's an emergency.
Right?
It's an emergency.
It's
Yeah.
an emergency. I'll give it back to you like end of the week. I promise.
Just take a wheelchair, one of the wide load ones.
God, what is it with you people wanting me to steal things from work?
Yeah.
Like,
Now, when I was working in
It's
the
not
hospitals, I would
stealing.
use every once in a while. I'd have to move I'd find some old CRT monitor stashed away somewhere. I'm like, I'm not carrying this back, so I'd go steal a wheelchair from the end of the hall and just make it into a monitor
Yeah.
roller.
It's not stealing,
yeah, we're-
Trina. It's called. They're always constantly retiring stuff. So there you go. Just take it off their hand. There you go.
Yeah,
Hey, Mark, I don't
unfortunately-
think you should use that as your slogan. He says MacEffects sells quality products where you have to finger them to get them to work correctly.
Oh, yes. Use that as your campaign slogan. That's a great campaign slogan.
No.
I will pose for you.
Have it
all
printed
I'm
on a
saying.
banner and put it up at
Keyboard
VCS
2C
next
now
year.
with improved fingering.
Right? There you go.
Yeah, make a shirt of that, Mark.
Make
Sell
a
them.
shirt.
Sell them.
Yep, here we go. This is the one that's missing it.
But anyway, I'm off to do some more
All right.
tidying up and stuff. But I thought I'd just pop in and say hi.
Hey,
I'm
Katrina,
watching.
for stopping
I'm
by.
watching, so I'm
Okay.
giving you viewers.
All right.
See you later,
Hey
Trina.
guys.
Hopefully,
Bye.
see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna step away for a moment, but I'll be back. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, Thomas. How you doing?
I'll let you look at my blue toast while I go.
Yeah, that looks good. Blueberry toast.
Pop Tarts. Now I want Pop Tarts.
I don't know why it says camo on my camera. I don't have my iPhone hooked to it. I'm off the FaceTime camera. Let's see. Here, let's go to Camo Studio here.
Is it in there?
Huh,
Ah, interesting.
that's weird. Why it does that. Oh, well.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Joe.
yeah, do
I'm
that.
Dave, and I have a problem with my software.
Hmm.
Plastic clip on this one's broken.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep. Question is, can I repair it? I think I can.
Everything is repairable with enough pressure or force applied to it.
Yeah, here we go. Does this work? Yeah.
Mark says may just need adjusted.
Yeah, sometimes these little plastic clips right here are a problem. As you can see, it's just wiggles
Yeah.
around in there.
Yeah.
And so it may not be all the way up into the recess.
Joe's not making anything. He's repairing Apple IIc
Yeah, this one's just really
keyboards.
loose. So what we do on this one is Yep. I am fixing MacEffects keyboards. All right, so here we go. We are going to do a little bit of tweakadoodling using heat. Very carefully. Just like that. That way, that grips that better.
Very clever.
Here we are. And now, it'll stay in there. So now that
look at
should
that.
stay in there.
That's because Joe knows things.
Joe knows things or something, some kind of something or other. There we go. Getting this together is an absolute patoot, I tell you what. It's not easy on the originals. It's not easy on the remakes. It's just not easy, period. It's a whole process. Kind of get that arranged like this. Turn that down. Get it popped into the retention clips. Got to get one. You have to have them aligned. This is impossible for me to show you how it looks. So just take my word for it that it's a thing. There we go. Cool beans.
Camo guy, where are you located? I'm in Sutter Creek, California. That's Northern California.
This pressed in there. Cool. That's aligned to the left correctly. Did I pop something out? Yep, I popped that out. Yep, I popped the dumb thing out again.
And Sloopy, he wants to be like Joe when he grows up.
This one's a little stiff. I don't know why that is.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that, Joe. Our names don't show up on your thingamabob here.
Oh, I just don't have it on.
Okay.
I usually turn it off for Retro Repair Roundup.
Oh.
That would require me to click this, go to this one of these things.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. That's what our handle is. And you have Frederick, Micro Hobbyist, Joe from Joe's Computer Museum, and Adam McGee from Adam's Apples.
Yep, I'll bet you that's torsioned. It's turned.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Yes. Who's Jim? Hi, Jim Retro Stuff. How you doing? Welcome to my chat or my channel.
All the above.
This requires just a little bit of a tweak. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's there's a bend to this little bar here is what it is. So we gotta kind of tweak it very carefully. And then drop it on the floor and lose it forever. And then tell Mark, yep, this keyboard's dead forever. There we go. That is more in line. Go. This is like the world's most boring thing, but it is what it is.
I've seen. Well, I've seen my daughter watch more boring things. But that's my opinion.
There we go. I finally got rid of that camo logo. There we go.
Yeah. How
Stupid
is that
thing.
getting on there if you didn't have your
I don't
camera?
know. There was something turned on in camo because I use that, to control the iPhones when I'm
Oh yeah,
doing my
yeah,
streams.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I ordered some new flush cutters, and they're these Kai Ha Owen.
Kai Howen.
Anyway, they're just whatever. They seem okay. But the thing is, that I guess they know that these are a consumable item because they come in a box of 5.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was one per room.
Yeah.
Gotta have flush cutters in every
There
room.
we much better. There we go. Much better click action on that now.
Nice.
So now I won't worry if I nick one of these.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera.
Good. Excellent.
I got a pros kit. I don't know if they're pro, but they seem to work okay. I've had it for 3 years.
These are, well, my Harbor Freight ones died after a year, which was pretty good, I thought. But these are, they say, wear protective goggles. Yeah,
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Those flush cutters are
Weapon.
they are consumable items because they end up dulling and then you have problems cutting stuff.
Mhm.
However,
Yeah, I did it. Wire was too thick, and I put a nick in my old one.
Yeah, you had a trick, huh, Joe, for that?
Yeah, and what I did is, can I show what I did on it? Yeah. So, bench. It's hard to show on here. Maybe at that angle you can see it. But if you take a rotary tool with one of those cylindrical, not the disc, but the cylinder grinding thing on it,
Yeah.
and you just kiss the right along the edge of the backside of the blade, it takes off that flat spot, and then they work again really well.
Or
So you can do that 1 or 2 times, and then it'll just won't be enough material to get a sharp out of it anymore. And then you can replace them at that point. But it doubles the life of them.
Or you can buy these 5 for $12.
I guess
Or
you
you
could
just
use a benchtop grinder, right, for that?
No, I mean you can do that. I just used a Dremel with a cylindrical grind wheel on it, and just go, just zip real quick off the back of it, and then it just takes the edge off of it, and then you can kind of see there. It's
Save
$5.
Steve says instructions are unclear. I kiss my flush cutters and cut myself.
The edge is quite sharp now. So.
Yeah, that can happen, Steve, for sure.
Thank you for watching Joe's stream. Joe cannot be held responsible for dumb things that you watch Joe do. Did I have more than one of these out?
In your intro, should put a disclaimer.
Sorry, I have a song in my head. My husband was upstairs playing the piano, playing a song, and now it's stuck in my head.
I have your intro song in my head right now.
My intro song.
Yeah.
So Joe, are you going to be able to do that thing for me? I asked you a while back.
Oh.
before that stream.
Not before tomorrow.
No.
But before that one stream,
before the 29th.
Yeah. I'm gonna write in my notes.
A minute and a half is plenty.
Dave Spooky Music. Control.
Is this
B.
Is this monitor too small for my Apple IIc?
No. just tape it to your face. You'll be fine.
What about
If
this
you're
one?
wearing those
Got this one.
magnifier things that go in front of your mask, that like what Trina has, it'd be perfect then. There you go.
I have my tea upstairs. I will be right back.
Okay, Joe.
Tea. I'm gonna try this little color monitor out. I don't know. It has 3.5 millimeter input jacks. I'm not sure how they're wired. I can turn that off. See, this is a nice big monitor for this Apple II. I need a
And it
composite
still looks
cable.
like eye strain to me. Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
For sure, it's going to be 40 column.
I don't know yet. I need to find a composite cable though. Had one. I know where there is one. The Apple IIc is picky about RCA cables because if it has a big jacket on the cable, it doesn't always fit.
Oh, the barrel
Oh.
on it. Yeah.
Don't use a monster cable then.
Okay.
Now y'all give it to be jealous. You know why?
Why?
But
Ooh, yeah.
Yummy.
Homemade pound cake.
can you
Using his great
email me
grandmother's
some?
recipe. Look at Adam's keyboard. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tedious.
It's pretty.
Now all we need to go with it is that clear case. Oh, wait. There's a Kickstarter for that.
That's right. I watched I watched the last episode of Retro Maccast, and they had Mark on there, MacEffects, and so he was talking about the Kickstarter. So yeah, cool.
Let's go find that. Here it is. Here's the link-a-doodle.
It's doing something. I don't know if this is the right kind of cable.
That's the link.
There you go.
We can show everybody real quick. So
Yeah.
he's about halfway there.
Yeah. Next week I'll contribute to his cause. So
For what's the production target?
Look, it works.
49,900.
I couldn't read it from here.
Joe, can you see my enormous color LCD?
That is the biggest screen I've ever seen. Here, let me make it bigger so I can read it. Oh wait, I still can't read it.
I just had to buy that. It was like $20.
Hey, at least it works.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested, it uses a stereo headphone jack with the video on the right audio channel, and I guess the audio would go on the left audio.
Oh, okay. They did it
Standard
that way.
AV cable, basically.
Yeah, Javier has a smaller screen. Yeah,
That looks
but
good,
this
Joe.
one mounts to a lighting mount on a camera.
Yeah, it's probably for monitoring, framing your shots.
What's funny is I had to make a AC adapter for it because it's 6 volts center negative. And coincidentally, this is the same exact power connector, wired the same way. So if I plug this guy in, I can watch all the static you want.
Both are battery operatable.
Well, this one runs on 4 AA's if you want. This one uses a Sony camera battery pack.
Oh, that's designed for like monitoring. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a shroud that goes on it to keep the sun off and whatever. It's
Mhm.
supposed to sit on top of your video camera.
Yeah. You can get yourself one of those little VHF transmitters and transmit your own TV station to that television.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody about that the other day.
Yeah,
Somebody on Discord
no.
has 3 of these.
Everybody
They're-
give your thoughts and considerations to Martin Mack here. He
Uh-oh.
thought he had COVID, but could be something else. So let's hope that hope he does okay. I hope your tests come back
Yeah.
saying you are fabulous and awesome. So
Yeah.
welcome to Joe's VHF Pirate Station. So I'm going to take a break from fixing keyboards here to actually talk about pirate stations. So I mentioned this on one of I think it was the private stream last night after what's the name of that thing? Old World Tech Fridays. I'm going to talk about it again. So, and I'm going to make myself big because I'm important. No, I'm kidding. So, back in the 1980s in the town I live in, the cable company was locally owned. And a lot of cable companies were back then. And they had on channel 13, they had a public access channel that had two modes. Mode 1 was when city council wanted to take over the channel and do special public emergency announcements, or they just wanted to broadcast city council meetings. So people didn't have to go there. It would just be publicly published that way. And they had control over that. So if they injected a signal into the cable plant from City Hall, it would just take over the channel immediately. It was kind of magical. Mm-hmm. They're like, we have the power. The other one, the other mode of that channel was 99.9% of the time. It was showing a cool graphical animated screen with community news and the time and temperature and school closings and stuff like that. And I used to watch that in the morning when I was waiting for school, so I could see what the time was. You know, I know what time it was. And I also know if school was closed, you know, in the winter, because why not? And at City Hall, they had a monitor in City Hall in the council chambers showing that channel as the monitor, you know, that monitor meaning paying attention to and watching to make sure it works correctly. The monitor for that station, for that channel, so that when they went live, they knew that they were then live on the public channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So approximately a decade ago, I acquired that television. City Hall had changed the way they were doing that, and the local cable company had been bought so many times, they no longer wanted to support the direct injection process of getting that channel onto the cable system up here. So that meant that this TV had no purpose. I acquired that television, and I saw on that TV, I saw the screen, and I saw the screen burn of that old character generation system from when I was a kid. And I'm like, I need this television. And then I went on this quest for months and months and months to find the character generation system that they used. And I eventually identified it as a TechScan MSI Spectra Gen 3. And if you go Google that and look on YouTube, you can find videos of this system to see what it looks like. And then I went on a quest to find one of those units. And I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and could never find one of these units, right? Just, they never came up. Of course, about a year ago or so, the wonderful and super awesome Tech Knight that we all know, who basically, if it's electronic and broken, the guy knows how to fix it. He's the Weather Star guy that you see at all the VCF events. He runs all these Weather Stars. And the Weather Star system, these boxes that... oh my gosh, Chris used to use a TechScan. He replaced it with an Amiga. See, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. So these Weather Stars have a sort of like connection to the TechScan systems. They either borrowed technology or were similar somehow, but whatever. I researched in the past. I don't know exactly what the connection is. They may just be similar, and I'm like making up the actual technology connection in my head. I don't know. But anyway. So go back in time, and I'm thinking about this, and I was looking and looking and never found it. I even have an eBay search. You can put like a search alert in eBay. So when something that hits those alert terms comes up, it sends you an email and say, hey, there's a new product. And so I had search terms for Spectra Gen 3 for years and years and years, and it never popped, So a couple days ago, in one of our little Discord groups, Tech Knight is there, and we're just chatting back and forth. And he's talking about these, he's talking about his Weather Stars. And I happen to see him talk about that. I'm like, man, I would love to have a TechScan MSI Spectra Gen 3. I would love to have one. He's like, I've never worked with one of those, but one of my friends works with those all the time. And he's got like 6 of them. I'm like, great. Tell him to contact me and give me a money dollar amount of any amount he wants, and I will buy one. And then Tech Knight says, dude, they come up on the eBay all the time. Just go like, look, they're just there. I'm like, I've been waiting for 10 years and haven't found one. And then something in our conversation made me think to search for different search terms. I go search for those search terms. Bam, found one immediately. I've been looking for 10 years under the wrong search terms, like a moron.
So what's the new search term?
I don't remember. I searched for it, hit buy it, and I have it now. Now I don't need the search term anymore. I don't remember. I think I may have just looked for TechScan MSI Spectrogen instead of Spectrogen 3, or just MSI Spectrogen, or some mix of those terms instead of Spectrogen 3 in quotes, which I had been looking for. Found it immediately, made the guy an offer, and he shipped it to me, and it'll, in theory, be here on Monday.
Cool.
So I get to play with this old unit. I get to make this unit work. But here's my long-term plan. I want to create a YouTube channel that has a computer attached to it with an encoder, so I can take the Spectrogen, get it up and running, and stream to YouTube 24/7, 365 for the fun of it. And just have one of these cable access channels. Boop.
Instead of getting a computer which can crash, get a web presenter from Blackmagic, and you have it's a small box, and you stream directly.
Oh, you just tell it, and it goes straight.
Exactly.
It goes straight to YouTube. And you use a web interface to control it, to tell it stream keys and stuff and what to talk to. Yeah.
Cool. That's neat.
Public EPSES. Yes. Will Joe make a video about that Spectrogen? Oh my God, yes. This thing is the coolest. It's the bee's knees. It is so cool. Yeah, I really do want to make a whole thing about this. I have no idea how this thing works or how it's programmed. It has no external storage, so I don't know how you set it back up to make it run. I have no idea. It has remote access. It has little plugs on the back of it, so you can bring in weather data and like anemometer and temperature and dew point and all that data. So that'd be cool for me to put a little weather station outside and pull that data in and just have it. Here is the live weather in Central Ohio right now.
Yeah.
And I could also do a thing like if you wanted to, you could, I don't know, donate to the museum like $1 and get a message on the scroller or something if you want. Just little things like that. I think that would be insanely cool. Yes.
What would be cool is having a thermometer on your husband that each time you announce that you bought some new toy, it's this such a price, see how fast it rises.
yeah. Totally. Yeah, but there is an old TechScan CompuVid. Yeah, the CompuVid came out just before the Spectrogen. Yeah. I saw, how can I put it? I was able to find out which Spectrogen it was by the video format itself. I remember very clearly what it looked like. And once I found the right terms to start looking for it, I was looking at a whole bunch of YouTube videos of people recording these things off of these cable systems. And I found the right one that showed the cable, that showed the video format, that like, that's the right video format. And it said in the description, this is my personal TechScan Spectrogen MSI blah 3 blah 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 blah. Here it is. I'm like, ew! So I know the exact unit they used. It's kind of crazy. So.
And Joe, I know the perfect programming you can put on yours. You can put buy now at jcm-1.com. There you go, right there. Yeah.
You want to keep this live stream going? Go to jcm-1.com right now and donate or something.
Buy now.
Joe, can I watch that feed on my 3-inch screen?
Yes. Why not? You have to like attach like $2,000 worth of hardware in order to get the stream into it. But sure, why not?
No,
That's
I can
gonna
hook
be standard F, so you're fine.
I can hook a TiVo Mini with a composite cable, and that has a YouTube app on it. Done.
But you know, Joe, you can do all of that with a simple Arduino.
All of what? Oh, the whole streaming and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
It's not as fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah. No
So what I want you to
substitution for the
do-
old technology.
Broadcast it on UHF channel 68, and really, it's got to be strong enough to reach from Ohio to Pennsylvania, so I can pick it up.
68. I can't broadcast on UHF 68. There's already a UHF 68 about 30 miles north of here. They'd be kind of grumpy if I did that.
I tried to get any UHF channel I could on my little Watchman, and I can't pick up anything. I got a little bit of audio in VHF for some reason. That was it. Yeah, you need to buy some Ron's thingies, Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
Ron has cool stuff on my website.
I didn't have to buy those because Ron gave me some.
And Eric Randall says we want 24/7 monitoring
There, I
of Ron's
fixed it.
room.
Makes your camera move when you do that, Joe.
Yeah, I know. Because my camera's like somehow it's like sitting on the base of it is on something, so it's like on 2 points instead of 3 or some BS. Stand by.
Oh.
There we go. That's better.
It's on cellophane.
Joe, can you reinvent Datanetics key switches so I can have some?
Reinvent. By reinvent, I mean make a new, correct, good key switch that's in the same form factor that isn't absolute effing garbage, maybe?
That is exactly what I want.
MacEffects, if you're still watching, that's the next thing we need to do is hire some guys to design a key switch to replace Datanetics key switches that fits in the same footprint but isn't absolute garbage.
Yeah, I just need the pins to be in the right spot and the
physical, the
and
box
the physical,
shape, and
the stem.
and, yeah.
I need the stem to line up. And there's 2 versions. There's the angled one and a straight one.
And you can make the shell of it the same. The only thing that needs to be different is the key insert, the stem insert.
Mark says he wants a Datanetics keyboard, but using modern switches. Yeah, but I want to use the actual keycaps from a Datanetics keyboard on a Datanetics motherboard. Actually, I don't even care about that part. I just want to use the keycaps.
I'm sure there's keyboard enthusiasts out there. They'll be able to create one or find something equivalent.
Somebody who was doing it. Somebody was 3D printing adapters for those, and I saw
Javier was
Javier
trying to
doing
work on it, but he doesn't understand that not all Apple II Plus keyboards are the same PCB. So he's like, "Well, it fits in my Bell and Howell." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great, but that's not a Datanetics keyboard." And then the best part is that there are about 4 versions of the Datanetics keyboard, so it's not easy. Thing is, the only reason they're valuable is because they're old, and if you don't fix the original, then doesn't have the value.
Yeah. Yeah, because then at that point, like if it's not an original Datanetics, then the point is it's just it's a keyboard. Like
here's one. Oh wait, I don't have the right camera. This is a Datanetics keyboard right here, but it's in black. See that power light?
Yeah, the power light that looks like a key. Looks like a
yeah. So everybody broke it. Yeah, there's that, and then there's oh, this one has a shift mod. This is the normal. This is like a Rev 0 Apple II, like 77, 78. But these switches are really annoying. And what's funny is this PCB is dual side. Joe, you see what's missing there?
Yeah,
the controller.
There's this guy called Joe, and he runs this website called JCM-1.com, where if you have a Datanetics keyboard, but it's missing the controller, you can get a fully functional replacement controller. Now, will that in theory reduce the value of your keyboard?
Oh.
Yes. Will that also in theory make your freaking keyboard work? Yes.
Well,
What's the matrix size for that controller? Is it 8x8?
The what size? What?
The controller for those keyboards, is it an 8x8?
9x10.
9x10. Okay.
yeah, but like this is a regular old Apple II Plus whatever keyboard. It's kind of garbage feeling, but they always just work. The Datanetics, if you have the key switches working, they feel pretty good. But like this one's got like stuck keys, and it uses a different keyboard controller. Fortunately, Joe went to a lot of trouble, I think, to make this keyboard controller.
It uses the same keyboard controller that the Apple One, the common Apple One keyboard uses. Yep.
Yeah, and then there's this version of the Datanetics, which is a weird hybrid. It uses their switches, but it's on a different board, and it doesn't have the chips on it. It has the header for the Apple II Plus hangy board.
Yep.
But nobody likes these, so I've been using key switches off some of these to fix the others. It's got this weird, diamond.
So it uses Datanetics switches, but it has the hangy type controller board on it.
Yeah, this is like in the middle of the thing, because right there it still says Datanetics, but if you look down here, it's hard to see. It says Apple. So
Yeah.
these were made by them just for Apple, so that Apple could use their interface board.
Probably
One day,
because
all of
they
these will
found
go
that the
back.
AY3 or the AY5 3600 Pro keyboard encoder was more reliable, because it is.
Is
The
it
data
that
analytics
controller?
look at them wrong and they die.
It's the controller
Yeah.
you use?
Hey, well, this one's good.
They use two different controllers depending on which keyboard it is. So the matrices are different. Like this is a keyboard company keyboard, but it's late enough that it says Apple on it because Apple had bought them by then, but didn't take them over completely. But it uses a different. It uses this board that hangs off the bottom. It's kind of hard to. This extra board is where the logic all is.
Yeah.
And then there's a spot here for a DB9, so you can hook up a numeric keypad.
Yep. And that uses the General Instrument AY5 96 or 3600.
Yeah, that's what they use through the end of the Apple IIs, right? Like the
Yeah.
2E and the 2C.
Well, that chip, yeah. Once they switched away from the the National Semiconductor MM5740 AAE chip, they moved to the General Instrument chip. And the General Instrument came in two types. It came in a mask programmed one where you could send General Instrument the programming that you want, so that they would know what code to give out at each key intersection, which is what the early Apple IIs and the Apple III use. They use a custom mapped version of that. When they went to the Apple IIe and the Apple IIc, they used the generic off-the-shelf version, which is called the 9600 Pro or the 3600 Pro. It was designed to be used with a keyboard with a PROM, so you could the encoder would put out the same key set no matter what key you pressed, and the PROM would convert that or convolute that intersection data to the actual key you want to press. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I designed a keyboard PCB a while ago, but I haven't done anything with it. And I don't know, focus. Yeah. And it's just 8x8 matrix on top, but I haven't thought of what I'm going to use to decode it yet. So I'm interested to find out more about what you're selling there as a controller replacement.
Absolutely. And my controller replacement is insanely versatile, insofar as whatever intersection connected to whatever intersection you want. You tell me what that is, and I can give it whatever binary output you want. Do you want some sort of special binary coded decimal garbage? I can do that. Do you want when somebody presses A, it outputs the ASCII character A? I can do that. You want it when they press it down, it puts out one character, and when you let up, it puts up another character, so you can know key down, key up things. So you can do that. My code is just it's programmed to work Apple II like, basically.
Right here.
It's very flexible.
I want a pizza key right here.
A pizza key. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll 3D print you one. Put a little LED in it, a little orange LED, so it looks like whatever. It won't do anything, but
I've actually been trying to sell this black Data Next because I don't think anybody else has ever seen one.
Yeah, it's a very weird keyboard.
It's for a prototype Bell and Howell.
But long story short, effectively, with a couple of minor changes, the same code runs both the MM style keyboard encoder from the very early Apple IIs and the AY style encoder from the later Apple IIs. And all I do is the matrix scanning is identical and all of that. All I'm doing is saying, well, here's what happens when these intersections happen, and the pins are different on the microcontroller as to where they go in the matrix. That's really the only difference. So it can do whatever you want. So it's very versatile in that way. You can also because all it is a microcontroller. If it's a situation where you want to roll your own microcontroller, I can license the code to you or something. It's not open source technically, only because I didn't want some random Chinese whatever stealing it and doing things with it.
Whatever.
I adapted the keyboard from the my Model 3 that were destroyed. Let me see if I can punch it in.
Yeah.
On my 6502, it worked okay, but the keyboard was crap. I don't know if those
TRS-80 keyboards are absolute garbage.
Yeah.
They use They use a series. They use like a flat pin, a flat thing here, and a series of fingers, and they kind of slide together when you press it down, and those get dirty and messed up. Oh, so crazy easy.
Yeah. I was almost tempted to recreate a keyboard with Cherry MX keys.
Why not? Do it.
So you want to hear something weird?
I
People
don't
buy
have
them to make
but
their TRS-80s not be garbage. I guarantee.
No, but the problem is, remember when I said that all my TRS-80 monitors, well, the tubes, the CRTs are all destroyed.
Oh, so you can't even test it.
Yeah, well, not on a Model 3 at least. And then I have to buy.
Well, here's the thing: you have that keyboard right there, right?
Yeah.
That functions, and you're able to test that the keyboard works.
Yeah, well, I have to
You
punch.
just
like
design a
here
new
something
keyboard,
right
and you just make sure it puts the same codes in the same way, and it'll work.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
that's
give
everything.
one to a loan one to one of your friends in the TRS-80 community, and say, "I will give you this keyboard if you test it, and tell me if it works or not."
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
That's how I did it.
Joe, you know what's weird?
Thank you, Petter.
Remember when I picked up that TRS-80 Model 4 when I was driving over to your house that time?
Yeah.
That computer, I don't know if it's weird or rare or something, or it's
it's
just normal, but it has Alps switches on it.
The Model 4P, the little compact one.
No, it's the full white, big white
Oh,
one with the
that
monitor.
one. No, yeah, you didn't get one of the 4Ps from me. You got that other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has
we'll
the
see.
same switches as like the Mac 128 or an Apple III.
Yeah.
The white
That's
stems.
because the later series, like the 4 series, was a high-end professional line, so they decided to, I don't know, make it better. I guess.
The keys are great though. I didn't have to do anything to that keyboard; it just worked. Oh, and
So
Mark,
let's,
if somebody wants to buy the Black Apple II Datanetics, which is, I don't know what it's worth, but I made up a price. Just have them send me a message.
Loving is
That's
what
the
I got.
non-functional one, right?
What?
The one you're selling is the non-functional one?
I haven't actually tested all the key switches on that recently. It's probably okay, but I have to actually hook up a motherboard. I don't have a 2 handy.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't work.
It came with a Bell & Howell that I actually put a Alps version of the keyboard in that and sold the computer. So I've just been trying to sell the keyboard by itself. I wasn't even looking to fix it first. That's how rare it is. Like there are no Apple II Plus keyboards with black keys other than the Bell & Howell. So these are shiny. The keys, the stems are different, the stems are different, so the keycaps are different. So I have never seen another Datanetics black ever. I got it on an unusual way. So
Is that one you were talking to me about before?
Yeah.
With that picture you sent me. Oh, I got a bad J.
J is always bad.
Works now.
Yay.
No, not quite yet.
Just have to rough it up a bit.
Hit it with a hammer.
It's really broken now.
Is it stuck?
No, that's just the machine being done.
Oh.
Yeah. So now the key's not working again.
What I want is another MacEffects 2E keyboard.
Really? You're not selling them anymore? I don't remember.
Not black. Sorry, I meant to say black.
Black. There we go. Key's working now. There we go. Controls working. Good. Oh, I already did that, Ro. Get the slash key working here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's working.
And Mark, I saw your message. I don't know that the keycaps are compatible with the standard
Open Apple
standard
works.
keyboard.
Closed Apple works. Cool. Yay, it's working. 100%. Now we load our disk image and make sure that we can change the status of the keyboard light, and we should be good. One more final run of those is coming. I may have one extra of those, but I don't think mine's black. I think I have a clear one and a beige one.
I really like the black one, and I'm building it into the MacEffects black case, but I wanted to do a custom machine, and black would look really cool in it.
I hit the keyboard too hard, and the machine like went crazy, and I have to reboot. I really need to fix the sockets in this stupid thing. The only 7 keys that work on Joe's keyboard are J, C, M, and 0. Go, configuration, remove. There we go. Make sure the lights change color. They do. Cool. And so if I hit control that and turn it off and back on, we've got the color pattern. Yep, we're good. That one's good. Got another good one, Mark. Now we just need to make sure the space bar is good. And I did the tilde key on that. Yep. Now we got to do the space bar. This part is a pain. Don't you know that it is a pain in the butt? We're about, what, 2 hours and 42? I'll probably end the stream at 3 hours. Seems like a nice, good stopping spot. Yeah, this needs adjustment. Can already tell this bar is not in good shape. It's all, you guys can't really see here, but hi everybody, don't look at my pants. Yeah, it needs a little adjustment.
What time you say you're gonna end the stream?
Yeah, at 3 hours, so at like 4 p.m.
Okay.
That's better. This needs to be bent down now. Okay. Still got a little bit of a twist to it. That was too much. There we go. And then these need to be bent down a little further so they're more square. That should be much, much better. Okay. So this goes into these little hole-a-doodles, these little socket doodles. There we go. And this is the fun, fidgety part. I say fun, I don't mean fun, I mean pure, unadulterated evil. And this, again, I will repeat, this has nothing to do with the MacEffects keyboard. It's just how this design a keyboard is to get the little stabilizer bar in here. Yep, and I missed it. I got to do it again.
Yeah, I have trouble with that exact same part on the original Alps keyboards too. It just wants to pop out.
This one is being super grumpy. Well, good to know it's not that. So what's the deal? Why are you working?
Yeah.
I cloned the keyboard right down to its flaws. Yeah. And Joe added an extra flaw.
Yes. Good job. I do with that thing. Oh, yeah.
it's nice and level. Try that again. This little stabilizer bar just needs little adjustments and tweaks. And it may also be this dubby here. The little, there's a nub here that takes this shaft or whatever to keep it stabilized in the upward direction. And sometimes it can be offset a little bit and it'll drag. Let's try that. It's not gonna work, and Joe's gonna be super freaking grumpy. It also doesn't help that the stupid little nub fell out. Just take the nub out and be done with it. Nope. Still sticking. The little bar, the stabilizer bar is loose in the clips here that hold it down, and so the whole stabilizer bar is moving. If I hold down on the stabilizer bar with the tweezers, it springs back up just fine. So we need to adjust the stabilizer bar. That's our problem. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Easy fix. So we do what we did before, and we do the little melt-a-doodle.
Melt-a-doodle.
Melt-a-doodle makes a great plastic. Don't breathe the fumes. Can you see the scope?
I see your, what do you call it? Stabilizer bar?
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing. So we just squeeze this a little bit, and we just kind of heat the plastic till it melts just a little bit. We let it solidify, and that keeps it from moving in there. It just stays down. We can do this for the other side as well, because if you jiggle it, you can see how it kind of rattles around in there. Maybe if I would focus it, so you can see how it kind of moves front and back. And if I lift up on it, it moves up and down. We need it to not do that. So we do the same thing. We put a little pressure here, just a little squeeze-a-doodle, and we heat that just enough so it just moves. And we hold it, let it solidify, then let go. And it should move less. Nope, this one's still grumpy. So we can do that again. Holding, let go. Yep, this one's grumpy. It doesn't want to do the thing. Let's try the other side. Maybe it'll squeeze better on this side, like the other one did.
Squish.
Much better. Yep, it's not moving now.
Yay.
Yep, stays in there. So that should stabilize better, because that's its job. Let's try that again. Okay, so we take this, we take the tweezers, we rotate it forward, we get it just indexed, but not actually into the sockets. We roll this up until it aligns with both of those clips in the bottom of the keycap. We push it into the little clips on both sides, very carefully. This is the part that sucks. Yep. Nope, still sticks. Why is it
Mark,
doing that?
MacEffects just sent you a $2.99 super sticker.
Super sticker? What's that? What happened? We need to do this.
All your hard work.
Ooh.
Thank you, Mr. MacEffects. 98% of backers didn't realize the utility key didn't work until I informed them, and then half of them was mad. Half of them were mad. Oops.
Joe, I gotta walk away for a sec. Don't end until I come back.
Bye. Quick, everybody leave.
We'll hide.
Let's put our "Be Right Back" sign.
Out to lunch.
Yeah.
Or when Trina has a stream, I'm out for a nap. There you go.
Yeah.
I found that out Sunday. She was only streaming for like about 3 hours and 41 minutes to be exact.
So, Dave, are you streaming tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I sent out links to everybody. Yes, on Thursday on Discord. So if you're on my Discord, you get a link.
On retro computing and electronics, or another one?
It's on the Macintosh Friends.
The special friends thing.
If you're not on there, yeah,
I'm
get
there.
on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you see me on there? I know we might not be friends on there. You might have to ask for a friend request.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me put
And
this
then I'll
down.
I'll send you a link for Sunday.
All right. I'm not too familiar with Discord, so adding a friend. Let me see.
I'm still working on my Elgato Stream Deck here. I'm trying to get my sounds to play through the microphone here, so that way you can hear all my sounds. I got all these cool sounds for our October stream, Joe.
I think it's the actual little. I think there's a sprue on this that's causing the problem. Hi, welcome to episode 16 of Joe's trying to figure out what the hell's the problem. Yeah, I think that might be our issue.
Now, what switches out off of that stem?
This is off of the spacebar. See that little sprue?
Bar.
I think that's causing our issue.
Hanging up.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to very carefully shave this sprue. Just to see if it makes life a little bit better. Okay. Get this flashing off here. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. It's either going to work or it's not, and Joe's going to be grumpy.
Hope not.
Mark, it's your fault. I'm kidding. Mark's great.
Yeah, just sent a friend request on Discord. I don't know if you received.
Yeah, I just got it here. Hang on. I will
Ha! There we go.
I accepted it. There you go.
Yay.
Now you're on my thing. So
Except the little thing fell through and fell out. So like, what's that about?
let me send you a link here.
A little plus-a-doodle fell out.
Oh, that's the old one. You don't want that one.
Oh, it's because it's over top of it. That's not going to work. Sure isn't. Getting this stabilizer bar in here is a big pain in the butt.
Vice grip.
There we go. Cool beans.
Okay, so I'm sending you it, but I just realized
Yay!
it says the
Glue? Yeah.
it says the 24th. It's for this Sunday. So just that's the one you want though. What I'm going to send you here. Let me just copy.
Yeah, like MacEffects. Yeah, people are grumping about every tiny little thing about the keyboard, and it's like, well, no matter what, you're going to find someone who's like, you didn't contact Apple to get the original molds from the plastic company in Maryland who's not in business anymore. And it's like, right, you know.
Picky.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Joe, I can mail them one of these for only $500. Says Apple on it right here.
Caution, may not work in Apple IIc.
Made in USA. This one has some slight corrosion. Joe, you see what they did about the static problem with the keyboard encoder? They put anti-static bubble wrap on the bottom of the keyboard.
Yeah.
That's factory.
That's stupid.
That sucks.
It's part of why they stopped using Datanetics.
Oh, hi, Javier. How you doing, buddy? How long you been
I
there?
let myself in.
Hi.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
We've got a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, I'm ending the stream at 4, so.
No, you can't.
Why?
There you go, Fred. I sent it to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey, so how many have you fixed, Joe?
Well, let's see. 3.
Oh, you suck,
I've gone
man.
through
I'm a pro now.
8. Well, I've gone through 8. But see, these are the tough ones, the ones that like had programming problems.
Oh, the ones that I sent you.
Well, no. These are the first set, not the second set.
Oh, okay.
So just shaving off this shaft a little bit.
What
more.
were the problems overall?
Well, more than half of them just have bad encoders, or the encoders aren't properly soldered onto the board, or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are fine. I was just able to. There wasn't programming on them or something, and I was able to program them, then do the key trick and do the tilde switch, and it was fine.
Okay. Nice.
Fine. There we go. So I've gotten this. This will be So they've been about 50-50. The ones that have a bad encoder on them, it's a factor of, does Mark want to have me spend 2 hours dealing with the encoders or whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
So if they put the encoder on wrong, isn't that on the factory to fix?
No. Technically, yes, but they won't.
Blame it on them.
They'll be like, if the encoder doesn't work, blah, 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 you did your programming wrong, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter.
That's why I need to dismantle one and see if it's shifted, if it's soldered wrong.
Of course, now that I glued that little stem in there, it doesn't work. It sticks.
Oh.
I had it working.
You have spare clips?
What do you mean clips?
Like the little plastic thingy that you melted? Do you have spares of that little
Oh,
part?
that's not the problem in this case. It's the little shaft that goes inside the key. Now it's glued into the key.
Oh, the little post? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, how do I fix that problem? I don't know. Silicone grease, probably. See if that fixes it. Because that's the only way it's going to work in this case.
Put some of that on your cupcake.
Yeah.
Icing on the cake.
I need to use some of that to fix this Apple II floppy that's sticky.
Yeah. After I get this one fixed, we'll be ending the stream. So.
Mark says he has more space bars, clips, retainers, bars, pins, everything.
Yeah. If we get to that point, then we can do that. Yeah. I can just put a note on it when I send it back to you, Mark, and say, needs new space bar hardware or whatever.
Please don't go. Please don't go.
What song is that?
Please don't go.
Yeah, I'm like my brain is like I don't remember what it is. Yeah, even
it's a 70s song. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, doesn't even work this one. Yeah.
Anyway.
How you doing, Javier?
Chilling with my homies. I just came from lunch with my family, and I'm working on some things for what's his name? Vintage Hillbilly.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. This is ZX case that I'm designing for him.
Secrets.
Javier, I'm picking up a load of Apple II Pluses on Monday. One of the things the guy said, do if I want,
this one's
is
good.
a ZX81. And he's like, I don't know what this is. I don't need it. You can have it with the rest of it. But
get it
anyway. Did you see my Smirkintosh I'm working on?
Yeah. Oh my God! What is that?
It's a test. It's my test of trying to make a blue CRT.
Oh my God, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Get this one marked here.
Blue.
You're blue. Da 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 da.
I'm blue, and I believe I will die. I believe I will die.
I don't think it goes like that, Joe.
That is exactly what the lyrics are. Go look it up.
Oh my God.
That's what it was intended to be.
Oh really?
He just he slurs it when he sings it.
Oh my God.
What's this thing? Yeah, so Javier, my idea is to take this gel, this blue gel I'm testing here, and heat it just enough to like over a CRT to conform to the shape of the CRT.
Wow.
Right now I'm just testing it over the front of the SE.
Yeah.
But and then I can put it inside the machine, so then it'll make it appear that the CRT is blue.
Nice.
That's the same thing I tried to do, Javier, and failed miserably at. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna work on that.
Somebody may succeed. Maybe not.
Well, I'm gonna try the melting process tomorrow during Dave's stream.
Cool.
We'll see how it goes. I got a loose CRT. Oh wait, wrong camera. I got one of these.
Yep.
So I can try to
nice. Yeah, so you kind of put it on top, and then with hot air, you melt it, kind of
stretch it to where it sticks.
Yeah, and I have the exact temperature that it's supposed to melt. Basically, the instructions say don't use over this temperature or it will melt.
Right.
Well, I kind of want it to, so I'm going to go right around that temp and see if I can just get it to kind of go.
Yeah, just boom, and that's it.
And if it doesn't stick, you can use a tiny little dots of glue at the very corners to
on the corners. Yeah,
hold it down.
That's a good idea.
Make sure that the screen is perfectly clean and there's no dust or hair, or you're going to have a hair behind it forever.
You mean like the little speck that's behind my mesh on my monitor 3? That
Yeah,
why there's no way
yeah.
to get to.
Yeah, you look at it, and you're like, ah! Yeah.
Take a lint roller
Yeah.
and go over it.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, this was a fun, cool little live stream today. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I want to thank Adam and Dave and Frederick, who stuck by for the long time because they were able to. Trina also stopped in, thanks to her, and Gut Bomb stopped in, thanks to him. And there may have been one other person who I'm missing because I'm not as smart as Dave and don't have any executive function, so I didn't think to write down their names as they came in. Thank you a lot to MacEffects for working with us on this awesome keyboard project. It was a super cool project. And also thanks to MacEffects for the $100,000 in stickers he sent during the stream, I guess. But yeah, also thanks to everybody who stopped by the stream today to hang out and watch us just hang out and work on some keyboards and stuff. I am planning on another stream and or video with that Spectra Gen 3. Once that arrives, that is going to be the coolest thing since sliced bread. I'm just gonna like plug it in, turn it on, and we'll watch the smoke together. It'll be cool. Yep. That's kind of gonna be my next thing. Remember everybody tomorrow that Dave has his live stream on his channel, so that'll be a cool thing. A lot of us will be there if you're a watcher but not a stream joiner. Go stop by there. And then finally, of course, hit the like button. It helps my channel out. It helps tell everybody where my channel is and all of that stuff. It does the thing. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. That also does YouTube algorithmic stuff, I suppose, I guess. Remember, if you want cool toys and things to make your old computers work, you can go to jcm-1.com and get things like Buscuzzies and keyboard encoders and Alps key stems and just about every conceivable part for your Apple III. You can get, for your Apple III, so you can get that stuff there. And yeah, that is it. Again, thank you all for stopping by. I need to find a thing. Stand by. I got it. So thank you for stopping by and have a great day. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.